Hello, everyone, and welcome to another installment of Trails to Azure. Last time, goodness, so we had been reunited with Randy, but Crossbell kind of got blown up, and we were in this tense intermediary period where no one quite knew what was going to happen because Dieter went on TV and pretty much formally accused the Empire of sending mercenaries to kill our citizens and blow up our city. And the Empire didn't respond because if you've played Cold Steel and you know the timing, they're about on the verge of their own bullshit, so they're a little busy at the moment. Over the course of last session, which covered, there was a day, we parted with Noelle, she's going back to the CGF, and then about a week of in-universe time passed, during which the referendum happened on Crossbell's Declaration of Independence, and much like Brexit, it was not a binding referendum, but the government reacted with a snap decision as if it was. So Dieter went on TV and declared himself president of the newly formed independent state of Crossbell. It started to get a little police state military dictatorship up in here. It's not looking the best. And so everyone was worried. Even more so because we discovered that Arios resigned his post as a bracer to join the newly inaugurated Croix administration as the Secretary of Defense. So he's basically now in charge of all of Crossbell's military, including the newly reorganized CGF. All the old ones were dead, so they decided to just hire new people and rename it.
Yeah, to that point, just real quick.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing about this duology is learning how actually shit Crossbell is, and yes, it should be owned by somebody else, frankly, they suck. But if at this point in the game, when we inevitably have to fight some of the new defense force or whatever they're called, Trump's Space Force, when that happens, if they are suddenly any level of competent, then I'm gonna dock this game like 3 points on a scale out of 10. We put demon drugs in the water, that's fine. But if it's just like, golly, we've all iron,
been this good.
We're all Iron Bloods, and we don't know why we're doing this. Time to fight. We're competent now. It's like, ooh, you are terrible. Like, I will be very mad. And I just want to put that out there before it happens, if it does.
Fair enough. I honestly don't quite remember how they are portrayed in the rest of this game, so I don't even know what to expect on whether or not you will be mad. Although, actually, I think I might have asked this off-stream after we finished the last session, but now is my last chance. We did this every now and then when we were going through Sky. I would ask, like, so, Austin, like, who do you think is the bad guy? You know, stuff like that. So, we're about to get into the shit. We're kind of already in it, but we're teetering on the precipice here. So, I want to take this last opportunity. Jello, Austin, and Mo, just like your predictions, anything you want to throw out for twists or just things you think are going to happen or aren't or whatever. Now is your chance to look big brain.
I think Arbor Day is gonna look like a real motherfucker.
The problem is I know like some bullet points, and we can't say that.
Yeah.
Because that will hurt Mo's experience.
What?
I am tripling down on the lawyer being evil. He has to be. Why was he here otherwise?
You put more. You slide more of your tokens. Wait, Jello, are you implying that this series hasn't had a useless character that didn't really serve any purpose?
not one who has been given a portrait and the exact amount of focus that this fellow has. No, I don't believe that's
bullshit. They have Elliot. Elliot exists.
Elliot got more focus inexplicably. No, so that I think Zeit is going to show up on the first of probably 3 or the second of 5 moments in this endgame where all hope is lost.
Okay.
And then Zeit will show up and go, ooh, or I'm sorry, he'll go, bark. And then we'll go, Zeit, thank goodness. And then nothing will happen mechanically, and we will win a cutscene. And then Zeit will go away forever. God, I can't make any.
I can't make pretty close to that. I think he's going to summon other wolves, though. I think that's what the caveat I'll make on that.
Okay,
I still don't think it'll mechanically do anything, but it will. It will make the fight winnable.
So I'm curious because you said the next break for side quests. I did not think there would be.
Yeah,
I thought this was endgame, which means we are now going to get 2 endgames, which means the lawyer's definitely evil.
Reading into the metatext, it seems.
I literally can't predict anything outside of metatext. I'm fucking garbage otherwise. I think. Man, they never mention Arios in Cold Steel. So.
I think that Arios right now, he looks really, really bad, but I think it's going to end up being like a misunderstanding or he's being blackmailed or something. Because now he looks real bad, but I'm really crossing my fingers that it's just circumstance that's making him look bad.
I'm really crossing my bells.
Yeah.
I think that you're mostly right, Mo. I think they probably blackmailed a combination of like being like, I know where your daughter lives, and probably more so like non-hypnosis-y brainwashing of like, sure is a shame your wife died. I wonder who did that.
I think I don't see Dieter as being that kind of bad guy. I see him as being more like, he's the charismatic type to get someone to believe that his crazy bullshit is possible and good, rather than be like, well, it's a shame what would happen to your blind daughter.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. So if I had to answer the question, what will the final boss of this game be?
Yeah.
I've never had less of an idea.
I felt the same when I was playing this. Even on the cusp of the final dungeon, I was like, fuck, I can name some things I think, some people and things that I think will fight, but I have no idea in what order or what it's gonna look like.
I would say if there's going to be a last boss, it's probably like some kind of demon that Kia summons or something like that.
What if it's Kia?
That would be my guess.
If Kia or Kia Soul or Kia EX Mark's body is the final boss, I think that will be the most interesting thing. I think Kia will definitely summon a demon. I think if I had to place a guess, and be like, who will the final boss be? I think the order of antagonists we're going to fight are you're
going to go for the last story.
I have to.
Yes. Or is that the last story? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I have to go for the superfecta. So I think we are going to engage with Arios in some way at the end of this current section. I don't think we're going to fight him. I think we'll lose to him in a cutscene, or he will save us from something like, I don't know, a giant demon tree sprouting out of Kia's mouth or some shit. And he'll be like, it was all a misunderstanding. Blah.
Pant. I have not even begun to fight yet.
Yeah. Then I think we're going to fight the lawyer. Then
what do you think will be the lawyer's method of attack? You're like what do you think his deal is if we fight him?
I have no idea. I have no fucking clue. He just turns
into a bear.
He rips off his shirt and he's wearing a luchador tank underneath.
Hell yeah.
And he fights us bare hands. We had fucking better fight the Red Constellation leader and kill him, frankly. He does not need to exist after this game. Shirley doesn't either, and yet I know she continues to. Then... we fight Campanella in this game, too!
Yeah.
Shit! How much endgame? You know, fuck it. There's no reason to guess. Let's just go.
Okay.
We've been here.
All right, I will get moving, but also I want to give one last opportunity for Mo, because you, unlike these gentlemen, actually really don't know anything what happens after this point. So if you've got like a wild ass guess, now is the time.
I genuinely think like some bullshit with Kia is going to be at the very, very end. There's no way they haven't like pushed this spooky godchild for this long without some major bullshit occurring with her in the final act.
Yeah.
I don't know, like she's gonna turn into a monster, they defeat her, they tell her they love her, it's gonna be Ren.
Yeah.
Spiritual pressure rising. Everyone be on guard.
What?
Spiritual pressure rising. Everyone be on... Oh,
there it
is! Sight! No!
That
Same monster that appeared in the wetlands. They reusing it shamelessly.
Yes, higher elements! Ah!
We can't afford to hesitate. Commence assault.
You got it.
he has the upper ground.
Oh yeah, you know, cryptids are in Cold Steel as well, and I never understood them. And I was like kind of waiting for an explanation.
Yeah,
and I didn't get one.
I honestly don't remember.
Pleroma,
You're not gonna get much of one.
They show up where the Pleroma grass is, so I think that
Go on.
They probably have something to do with Ouroboros' end game, but we still don't know what that is yet.
There is no Ouroboros endgame.
Look, I have to believe that they think that they're doing something.
I don't, because Cold Steel 3 proves that's untrue. I genuinely think Ouroboros is a Nomura writing Kingdom Hearts thing, where he doesn't have a plan at all, and he's just like, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I don't. This one won't necessarily carry for you, Jello, but there was an interview with the author, the main scenario author for Endwalker and Shadowbringers, the most recent expansions to FF14, where they were talking about like stuff from earlier in the game.
Oh, no, that's Will Land.
Oh yeah, and
the
main antagonist, like Kingdom Hearts Organization 13 guys, who this writer managed to make insanely compelling beyond all explanation just at the last minute. She was like, well, you know, that we came in with, they asked, like, so what were you working with already? Like, what did you have to fit your plans around? She was like, oh, I mean, all I was told, like, the only direction they had in the first 3 expansions were make them evil and mysterious.
Yep. Never write villains without an endgame motivation, kids. You will never stick the landing.
I guess I'm just gonna wait. I don't know if Lloyd gets experience if he's vanished when the battle ends, so I'm literally just gonna wait for him to come back. There he is.
Bam 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 bam.
Oh, he exploded into a chest.
Yeah, for what it's worth, I don't think I've ever batted very well on trying to predict these games. Though I think that's only because they're successfully written about 30% of the time.
What the hell was a cryptid doing here?
I am not sure. I am, however, almost certain the rise in spiritual pressure is directly related.
It's just like what happened at the Moon Temple. The sound of bells could be related.
And at the heart of it, Arios dragged Kia to somewhere around here. There's no time to waste. Let's head inside.
Roger.
Would kill for them to just be on the Ferris wheel like we.
Are you having fun, Kia?
That's a fun view.
Yeah.
Is this the first time we've been here proper, or no? Because
we had that little intermission segment.
There was an intermission segment, but you weren't here for that session.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That is
Pleuromograss!
That was Mishy's flower bed.
Oh. It's the same one from the East Highway.
Take it out.
Man, this is a Mega Man boss rush.
Fuck.
Can't believe there's 2 Wily castles.
This is bullshit.
Well, this is Lava Piranha from Paper Mario. Yeah.
Ooh, I can get a couple of them.
Get him.
Oh.
Get him! Get him!
Get him, boy.
Oh, I should have checked what arts he's weak to. Shit. Oh well.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Tio.
Yeah, sure. Just hit everywhere. Ooh, we got a rush. That's nice. Let's see. Oh, it's a crit turn. Nah, it's fine. Let's just crit restore CP then.
I get that.
He has spaghetti.
Oh, water's not a good choice. Let's see. Okay, before I bother casting in their art on Tio, then I should probably just let Lloyd check. Lloyd's wearing the quartz that lets you see without having to analyze them. Okay, space. Yeah, just use space as the correct answer. Ooh. Ow.
It turns out that Arios has not kidnapped Kia. She has kidnapped him at knife point to take her to mission.
That would be very funny.
Mo, I wish you
Jesus
were-
Christ, okay. He never
Mo,
got
I
that
wish-
attack off the first time I fought him.
I wish you were the writer of Trails. Also, Aram, I don't know why you don't just pop Tio's ult at the start of every boss
I
fight.
don't know. Do I go for... No.
You've done that before, so I wasn't sure if you were doing a bit. Oh man, people are down and blinded. I'm gonna attack them head
Head on!
I was about to continue that mean-spirited joke by being like, I can't use items, I'm only in the final dungeon. But you know what?
I was about to say it anyway, so I was like, well, you know, we're not far from the end of the game. You could use the Zerum powder and probably be fine.
Well, here's the trick, though. You never know how
Yeah,
far
that's
from
true.
the end of the game you are. I died, and now I'm stronger.
Tio got an upgrade to absolute 0. I'll have to check how that changed.
This is also where we encountered Ouroboros' Campanella. Thinking about it, Kia's likely straight ahead, just like she was last time.
I agree. What could this all be about?
We don't have time to dwell on it. Just gotta go and see for ourselves.
Yes, we should hurry. Tio is here too.
I want to go on the Ferris
Oh,
wheel.
you're healed.
again.
I still have one of
Oh,
my
yeah.
tickets.
Oh, it's because we all leveled up. Haha, nice. What did your absolute 0 change to? Oh, it's back to 100% freeze.
Ooh.
That's hilarious. You'll love to see it. And then someone got a new... Okay, yeah, Ellie got a new support craft. It doesn't really matter because I'm not going to have her on support. So I'm just going to... We'll disable this. I'd rather have a heal. All right.
So, at some point in one of the remaining dungeons, not this one, obviously. Well, maybe, I don't know. Bald is
saying
going to
they
show
think a-
up.
Someone
and
saying
be-
they think a stream disappeared.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh no.
They're talking about a VOD, so I think they are incorrect that it is one from before. Like, I think I've highlighted everything that has disappeared, but I'll
Okay.
check afterwards. Even if that were the case, I still have the local video.
Nice.
The only thing I'm sure is going to happen is that midway through one of these dungeons, Wald is going to show up and be like, I'm Wald! And that's when Wazy is going to be like, here's my deal, and it's insane that I haven't just kicked your ass single-handedly.
Castle of Mirrors. So much for that place just being an average theme park attraction.
Yep. Spaghetti!
I know this castle was built because Belle proposed it. Oh, I hope that doesn't mean.
We'll find out when we get inside. Hopefully the way to the top floor is... Oh, wait, hold on, one more.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's this guy again.
I will say, I do fucking love this as a set piece for an endgame dungeon.
Yeah.
Theme park Tower of Mirrors castle.
Yeah.
This is the type of shit every dungeon in Crossbell should be.
Yeah.
No more sewers, only theme parks. The one from the deserted mine.
It's supposed to be the castle's lookout or something?
Never mind that. On your guards and be ready to exterminate it.
Right. A rare example of Tio not saying something.
Impossible.
She knew you were eating spaghetti. She understood.
Thanks, Tio.
Thanks, Tio, from a game from 2005. Really looking out for me.
Once
This
again.
game's from like 2013 or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
I
This
think
one's-
this
this
one
one's
is
a good deal later.
2011, I believe. Cold Steel 1, I think, was 2013. Rainbow Wave, I think that's yeah, okay. This guy was not that bad. So here's the thing about all these bosses. No boss that is susceptible to stat down is difficult, because you just always start with 50% speed reduction, and then they never get enough turns for it to matter. Unless they pull out, an S-Craft level move, which does happen. Sometimes I get pantsed by that, but mostly you don't really need to worry if you play it safe. Okay, what is your deal, sir? What are you weak to? You are weak to Earth. Okay, Earth and Mirage. Got it. Cool. Yeah. Ooh, we get a team rush.
Chance this.
Jesus.
There is an old lady gamer that me and Austin sometimes will watch, and she's a really big fan of this series.
Yeah.
Sometimes when they do incest shit, I feel deep sorrow for that old woman.
Yeah.
She is like, she's very wholesome and pure, and she's always like, she always says that it doesn't get the recognition that it deserves. This series does, and I'm like, okay, these videos are kind of old, like her, and I don't know. I just feel bad. Like she watched Shirley, and I feel
Oh, yeah, no.
terrible.
Maybe never
Yeah, you never know.
Maybe she
she's
likes
like,
her.
she's like, Elise was my waifu.
Oh, I don't like
That-
it.
Yo, I love this Pokemon Elite Four battle stage in Super Smash Bros.
Yeah. Oh, this gives me some real nice memories, huh, Randy?
What's happening in here?
I can sense the spiritual energy swirling towards the top of the castle.
The entrance to the stairs.
Someone went and closed it. Now the paths on the left and right are open instead.
I've been to the castle before, but I have no idea what could possibly cause that. Ugh, is this really her doing?
I can hear the sound of machinery deeper inside. We will need to be on guard as soon as we leave this room.
Right. There's no turning back. We'll do whatever it takes to reach the top. We're going to confront Arios and take Kia back.
Mariabelle is my new bride.
So we probably commented on it the first time we came here, when we were just here as a theme park attraction on a date with Randy. But I don't know if all of, like, obviously the particles didn't quite look like this, and I don't remember if this thing was like doing this little, like astrolab motion. But in case we didn't call it out before, or it's simply more obvious now, this bears a striking resemblance to the thing that Kia was in, no?
Oh.
Shrugs. Big fan of light and heaven energy dungeons at the end of a game.
Yeah.
There's one thing I do like about RPGs made in Japan is they love to make the final boss
God.
heaven and holy. as opposed to dark and evil, which I think are boring. I do not want to fight the purple ooze titan at the end of your game.
There's a really good dungeon. There's a really good dungeon near the end of Persona 4 that is very heavy and it's got really good music.
Machinery or machinery?
Machinery.
I would love if Mishi was the final boss.
Yeah.
We got a Secret Arcadia, the game I hope we play next.
Yeah.
I was like more hesitant on suggesting that until I was like, oh right, Aram does the thing where he does boring shit off stream. If I was playing that for you guys, I could just do that and save a lot of time.
Yeah.
Ow, this guy's kind of a dick.
This guy attacks with Super Mario RPG spells.
I like his 3 frames of animation.
I like that weird thing.
Overall, I think that this is one of the better dumb monsters.
Yeah, he's got a certain style, a certain aesthetic to him. Oh, there's a raid. Windy Gal is raiding with a party of 4. Thank you very much. For those just joining us, we're just in a dungeon right now. We're at a theme park where our adoptive daughter was theoretically kidnapped to, and there's weird spooky shit going on. It is much less marketable than the last time we were here.
I don't know, the last time the mood was right, the last time we just sort of kept Randy hostage the whole time. It was like, I don't know, there's something in the air.
It was really funny splitting up with him at the end of each event just to immediately walk up to him and be like, hey Randy, you want to go to the Ferris wheel next?
Alright, man. It's been a little while, but I guess we'll do that. This is weird. And every single time he comments, he's just like, yeah, it'd be good to bring a girl here.
Every single time.
I thought he had a similar response, which I thought was really funny, when he's like, so, who did you think was sexiest in their swimsuit? And you say, Randy.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm not even dropping hints. I'm just screaming at the top of my lungs, Randy, when will you hear me?
When will you love me?
Do you think Randy is actually straight and is trying to be nice and let Lloyd down? Or he's like, no, I love boobs. Please.
Unfortunately, I think it's the former, but it would
for
be,
sure.
Yeah. I mean, in
within
canon,
our
I'm sure
canon.
it's the former, but I think I'd be okay with it being the former, even outside of like, gay people are only a joke because it's only 2011. So I think it works either way. Either is funny for sure.
JRPG giving me a convincing gay romance they would never, and they never would.
Oh, these guys have an attack that just heals you. That's nice.
I think they're a randomizer enemy, which at this point in the game terrifies the shit out of me.
Yeah, it's like those fucking coins.
They probably have a CP destroyer move.
What do you mean? Reen/Crow is right there. I don't even know if they were going for that with Reen
I don't
and Crow.
think they were.
I doubt they were.
I have heard, I think from Jay, who probably did research it, at some point in production, the plan was to make them a couple.
I find that bullshit, and here's why. They designed so many characters with the intent of doing this Persona dating game bullshit that they would never intentionally lock Reen into something interesting.
I think it could be true, but when I say at some point in development, I mean they were around at a table and it was like, I have a good concept for an emotional core of our new game. And they were like, that's great. And then they didn't listen. And like they went on for like 10 minutes. And then it was like, and what was that cool idea? It was like, oh, Reen and this other boy. Oh, it's a boy? I thought Crow was an annoying girl. No, no, we're not doing that.
Not an annoying girl, vetoed.
Look, just because you said that, now I'm going to include his sister as one of the options.
In fact, that's the canon.
just kidding. I was gonna do that anyway.
Yeah, just kidding.
What do you?
Yeah, he's like the guy is sitting there and he's like, yeah, well, you know what? Just because you said that, I'm adding Elise in as an option. And everyone's like, that's so weird, dude. And he's like, don't blame me. It's your fault. You said it. And he just keeps saying it over and over again.
What do you guys think of my new Jello Apocalypse logo on the left? I got it there twice. Oh, you didn't like it? All right.
What?
What? Sir, I want that item.
Punch.
What are these guys weak to for future reference space?
Moonlight Madness, my favorite Sonic level?
Yeah.
Sounds like it could be. Let's see. Do you like the ultimate shoes? Strega Omega.
I do, actually. I should probably give the best shoes to Tio, right?
Yeah, I'm looking to see if there's anyone who's wearing boots that don't give them like speed or evasion. She was the only one. Let's see. Looks like that chest is up from here.
Can you go through the mirrors?
That would be fun. I don't think so.
That would be tight.
No.
Here, sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to die.
Jello wants to investigate the mirror. It's his favorite thing to do in Ace Attorney.
Yeah.
To be fair, in Ace Attorney, sometimes it's valuable.
Oh, that's not my issue with it. There has just never been a good mirror-related thing in Ace Attorney.
Oh, that's fair.
Cannot go through the mirror. Sad.
A disappointment.
It's weird to me that Randy is last in the party, because I, like, so clearly in my head have, like, synesthesia'd their party numbers as Lloyd, Ellie, Randy, Tio. Thank you. I can finally die.
This problem had a solution.
Let me see. Any trips for any tips or tricks for first chapter? I don't think there really are. It's pretty straightforward.
For Sky First chapter, current players.
Yeah, Sky First
chapter.
Yes. Anytime you are on a route and you encounter a fight with a shining palm, go, oh, there's a shining palm on this route, and spend time getting everyone's CP all the way up to 200 and kill a shining palm at least once every time you see one.
Yeah.
And then you will never have any trouble with the rest of the game.
Yeah, Sky First chapter. I think the only tips and tricks are that game. That's actually like Sky games are the hardest early game by far. All the future Trails games, the early game's piss easy. Sky, it's actually pretty hard. If you're past the early game already, you don't have too much to worry about. Get Earthwall. It's amazingly abusable in that game because it costs barely anything. Let's see.
You can't kit Estelle into something good.
Sorry.
Estelle's okay in first chapter. I think she falls off hard by the end of second chapter.
Fuck, what was the other thing? Oh,
Treasure.
CP abuse. Very easy. There's one other thing.
Oh, when you find an enemy called Abyss Worm, you may be tempted to do your normal strategy of just kind of spam all your S-crafts at it. Be very careful if you're going to try to do that, because if they're missing any health, instead of doing a relatively simple piddly attack, they do a massively damaging attack that hits everyone. So, unless you can really completely burst one down from full to nothing, generally, you just want to single target them down one at a time, in contrast to literally every other enemy in Trails.
Oh, if you get to the second game, at the beginning, they give you a choice. Do you want to go with Agate or Shara? You want to go with Agate. Yes. I imagine, being a human, you will make that choice anyway. But in fairness, Agate doesn't really get good until the second game. But Shara never gets good.
No, Shara's pretty much bad the whole time, unfortunately.
The love mirror.
Up to now, I haven't met such charismatic people playing a game I care so little about. Y'all are cool.
Oh, I'm getting
Us too.
Oh, that's brilliant.
We made it.
Me too. I've never met anyone more charismatic than myself. Yeah, top floor.
There's still no sign of Kia or Arios.
There's a bell.
I did not sense it when we were here last month.
Too distracted by Mishi.
But I believe there is a hidden area behind that large mirror.
Jello was
right.
right.
Idea, Jello.
Yeah.
Right idea, Jello. Wrong floor.
There is?
Oh yeah, video game developers will never code in a mirror into a JRPG without at least doing this trick once. Mirrors are the waterfall of decorations. That is where the spell... Okay, that's fair. That is likely our final destination. Our blue destination.
It must be.
That old man doesn't have anywhere to run.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm like 40 tops. Come on.
SSS, ready your weapons. Be prepared to take Kia back by force if we have to.
Maybe this is where we fight Campanella. I thought it was at the top of Stargazer's tower, but it could be here.
Frogger.
Frogger. My second favorite game after Palm Party. But what's in here?
I picked Shara thinking the game would develop her more since she was barely in the first game. Whoops.
No. Well,
Sorry.
they do develop her more. You get some Shara back. Well, okay, in the first game they didn't develop her.
You don't get her at all, yeah.
So they did develop her more. But
Is there not a chest down here? Oh.
I think this is just an entrance way back to the beginning.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
I see. Oh, this is the normal. This is the way you come when you're just visiting a theme park. That makes sense.
Wee.
My favorite thing to do. Go upstairs.
Remember this, Randy?
Oh yeah.
Oh, this brings back memories.
Remember when I bullshitted you about my wish was and was probably some real fucked up shit about wishing I could give back the innocent lives I've taken? Yeah, good times.
We're monsters.
Good job.
Boosh! What was that? Boosh! Boom! Man, I don't respect Overwatch at all, but so many good times. Surprising Jello weakness that I found is doing anything with the phonemes E, oop, any consonants does not matter. In the Lucio pattern of speed boost will always make me smile at least, usually laugh. Just fucking hours of Sip and I going pee poop.
Please don't kill all of us. Okay, cool.
I might, yeah.
I was just shy of S-Craft on them. There we go. Jeez, Ellie, you're taking 8 years here.
No.
Don't say anything, Jello.
I did open my mouth, so you did cut me off there. Would have been pretty criminal. You found me.
Is that a Master Quartz?
Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh, it's this one. They made this. They made
pretty
this a fire
good.
one.
Yeah, that's
Cold
pretty
Steel.
spicy.
Only level 3, kind of unfortunate, but maybe I'll swap that onto someone. Annoyingly, they don't get any of their arts or like actual interesting abilities until like level 5 in this game. So I don't even know. Like by the time you learn, I don't know, say like, oh, Shield's final ability is great, or oh, Shield's final ability sucks. It's like, well, it's too late to switch.
You've already invested.
That's a bummer. Master Quartz is one of my favorite things about this franchise, actually. They're so fun.
Yeah.
No,
really
come back. Where are you going? Oh, no.
Whoa! Let's see. Are we fine? Should I grind up a little bit of CP? I think I will. The upcoming fight is not that bad, but I shouldn't treat it as if it were trivial.
Because I am gonna use arts.
I'm gonna give myself that limitation.
While you do that, I will mute myself and clean up my spaghetti pot.
these are just the Rock Lee shackles around your ankles.
Yeah.
Once you take them off, then you're really fast. Highly efficient.
It's because when you do crafts, they just instantly happen. And you don't have to wait more turns.
Honestly, this is the more disciplined way to go about it. If you know.
So, here's the thing, though. I know I'm always like, no, man, arts get good. They do, but the critical piece of information you've lacked to evaluate that claim is we do not have the strongest arts user in the game yet.
Yet?
Yeah, you'll see who that is before long.
I guess it'd be Kia or Arios.
Arios McLean.
Yeah.
My sword is made of magic. Surprise. I'm a wizard.
On the topic of Ouroboros being bad villains, I gotta ask, what JRPG villains do you know that actually have solid motivations? There are JRPG villains in this series that I think have good motivations. I
actually think the bad guy of Sky First Chapter has a very relatable motivation of my country is bordered by many vastly more powerful countries, and one in particular who's already invaded us once, and we only won because of a guy who is now no longer part of our military. So I'm gonna take the opportunity to try and seize this ancient super weapon strictly so we can defend ourselves.
Yeah, the more time passed, the more I felt bad. That
Right, yeah, the more you're
did
like,
and
maybe
really fucked
Richard
that guy
was
up.
right, actually.
It's very funny because, like, in a vacuum, Richard seems like an idiot. And then once you learn more about the setting, you're like, Richard is the only smart person.
He was in our fucking corner, and we fucking sabotaged the shit out of him.
Oh.
I mean, even, like... We obviously don't see everything yet, but I think Dieter's pretty interesting as far as being a villain goes.
I'm curious
the
what his
grandma,
end game
thief
is.
grandma, yeah, she was
I think
great.
he's kind of an idiot, but like,
I
admire his balls.
His plan cannot be to successfully rule Crossbell as an independent nation because he's already failed that, like, so far. I have to imagine he's doing something with the Septeran. And like that's his goal. If it's not, he's insane and a bad villain.
I think his goal was to use the Septeran to defend Crossbell from the superpowers. Just like Richard, he's basically just Richard again. Trails guy only knows how to tell two stories.
Fall in love with your sister and
Trails guy only know 5 things: eat hot chip, be bisexual, fuck sister.
Yeah. Any other JRPGs? Let me think.
I mean,
your line,
given how much Jello praises Skies of Arcadia, I assume at least some of the villains have like compelling plans and motivations.
Skies of Arcadia is a extremely standard JRPG that is just nice and plucky, and I understand why the villains do everything that they do. I actually think it has a really good villain bad guy brigade, which is why it's a game I like, because all of them are either good characters or good at being villains.
We'll be able to pass straight through this mirror if we take a step forward. Kia, we're coming.
save the baby.
Wait, is this game about incest? Why is guy fucky to sister?
Listen,
Oh,
we've
yes.
been asking that question for like 4
The
years.
answer is yes. Just we'll end it there.
Ugh! My toe!
Is that?
What the hell?
Why? Whoa.
I assume this is a remake of the fucking cult room.
No.
What are you wearing?
Maribel, your villain outfit, what the fuck?
Are her titty fully out?
No,
They're
you'll
just
see
out.
her portrait in a second.
Lloyd, everyone's dressed like clowns.
Careful how you word things.
So you finally come
I'm so upset. Pal, why?
What the fuck are you wearing?
Nobody I know is a good person. Oh my god. How can you be standing there?
Do you like my Power Rangers villain outfit?
Oh.
I will say this, she got a big glow up in her next appearance, right?
I love her shoulder pads.
Yeah.
Her anime, her like 90s anime villain shoulder pads.
No, it's such a terrible outfit. I love it.
I lean over and I grab the little like double horn doinker and twist it clockwise. Slowly a shutter forms over her boobs and shuts.
Isn't it obvious?
Isn't it obvious? It's Halloween! Live it up! Oh, man.
I wrap my hands around her 2 feet of neck. And
So, thumbs up, thumbs down, better or worse than Luciola? In my opinion, still better than Luciola.
Better than Luciola,
better than Luciola.
As a rightful descendant of the Croy family that inherited the goddess's treasure, it's only natural that I carry out my duty.
The goddess's treasure? Wait, hold on, what now?
It cannot be like the Oriole that appeared in Lightborough. Have we mentioned this so far in this game?
No.
Okay, I was asking Aram in case it came up in a side quest.
Oh, so you know. That will make this easier.
I think technically, if you do the first Marcel Nielsen side quest, I think at one point in one of those, you briefly diverge into talking about Ouroboros, and they mention that happened, but you haven't gotten any specifics, and the specifics aren't really important.
The 7 treasures that Idios bestowed upon mankind very long ago. The Septarians with an I? I thought they were Septarians with no I.
No, Septarian.
It's Septarian.
Okay. My family was the inheritor of one. That is, until 1,200 years ago.
What are you trying to say?
A set of unfortunate circumstances caused us to lose the Septarian bestowed upon us by Idios. Our boob windows were too big for the church. As a result, the Croy's family set in motion a grand plan to resurrect our Septarian, no matter the cost. The land of Crossbell itself will be the basis of our greatest ceremony yet.
What?
Ceremony?
It cannot be. Are you referring to the infrastructure put in place for the Orbital network? Why, yes, I am. The Geofront is a byproduct of magical science, the cross-section of orbital engineering and of the Croy's family's alchemy. I hate that the S isn't silent. It drives me insane.
Yes.
That is what we lost 12,000 years ago. We have to say the silent part out loud. It is the foundation that allows for such a large and complex ceremony to be feasible. A ceremony made possible by magical science?
And alchemy?
I think I understand now. The alchemists who built Stargazer's tower and supplied the cult with advanced technology. It was the Croy's family, wasn't it?
No way.
It must have been. It all makes sense.
That means the cradle that Kia was slumbering in was built by...
Naturally. It was delivered to the cult by the Croy's family hundreds of years ago. We granted them their object of worship, and in turn, they did as we wanted. We were the best snow globe makers in all of Zemuria.
Then the DG cult's real purpose was...
to be a tool that the Croy's family manipulated from the shadows to achieve their own goals.
My initial reaction is that this is stupid. Correct. You can think of the cult as nothing more than a puppet.
Boring.
Can you speak up also, Mo?
Sure.
Though I doubt those fools had the wherewithal to ever realize it. How's that? Enough backstory for you? Should I tell you about my time in the circus? Oh, and I should add that Arios here has no relationship to the Croy's family. Outside of the professional one, that is. He is merely a collaborator who agrees with and endorses our project.
What is that symbol between the D and G of the DG cult?
Don't worry about it.
It's a mathematical proof symbol that means therefore. So technically, the name of their cult is D therefore G, but everyone just calls them the DG cult because it's way fewer syllables.
Arios!
What the hell has gotten into you? You're going along with this bullshit? Is that what you call it?
Look at her outfit, man.
I know. You're not wrong. I agree in some respects. Maribel, we'll talk about this later. I'm not satisfied with your explanation of why this is necessary.
Maribel, I agree in some aspects. There's at least two I can think of.
Yeah.
Looks at her boobs.
Hey! How rude of you!
However, they have the power necessary in order for me to bring about the change that I seek. I'll gladly go along with this little fantasy of theirs, even if I have to spit in the face of Idios herself to do it.
Unbelievable.
How could you? You didn't tell us you were a doctor.
Honestly, this is all a bit too much to take in. I'm still not sure what to make of everything we've heard. But I do know one thing. There's one truth that is certain. There's no way in hell I'm letting you drag Kia into these delusions.
Oh, yeah.
Do you hear me, Kia? I don't know what lies they've put in your head, but you're still our Kia, right? There's no reason to put yourself through this. You should be with us, smiling, not sitting there in pain, not smiling.
Lloyd.
Kia, Lloyd has made what he wants perfectly clear. But what is it that you want?
A knife.
No! Kia!
Well, what's wrong?
This ain't something you need to be hesitating about, kiddo. Don't you want to run over here to us? Jump into Lloyd's arms like always? Isn't that where you really belong? Where you'll feel safe?
Randy. That's right. We've known for a long time that you're a unique little girl.
But it has never stopped us from loving you, no matter what.
Ellie, Tio, Green.
There you go.
It looks like you're all having the time of your lives.
How many Jellos can we get in one scene?
Lucian.
Why am I over here?
You're in the stinky corner. No, damn you, Campanella.
So, you are connected with them too? It is merely a mutually beneficial arrangement.
It always is.
I take this to mean
Regardless of what our goals are.
Yeah.
I take this to mean that your preparations are complete.
But of course. I think you will be pleased with the progress that has been made.
The bells, too, are ready to toll. All that remains is to turn the key.
I'm not opposed to filling in all the gaps for your guests, but the writers are. I'm not reading it. My.
Here they come.
Well, what do you mean?
Who's coming? And time's almost up for what? The invasion. The Imperial and Republican armies are at our doorstep.
No.
What do you say? Want to watch the show with us? What is that?
That's her big staff.
That's what she uses to make her monster grow.
That's what she does to orchestrate the Zoom call.
Yup, there's nothing 30 feet above this gate. Wow, a regular tank. We're in trouble.
Oh, at least they get mentioned at all.
No, that's a tank, Austin.
Oh, wait, no, that's a tank, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about?
I thought that was the cannon from...
You're correct. These are the
Oh,
railway
okay.
cannons.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I'm sad that I know there's a scene in one of the Crossbell games where they talk about them, but I missed it somewhere. I could never figure out which event step and in which
the
game
fact
it was.
that there was one time it was mentioned is unacceptable.
Yes.
I imagine if it was just the one tank.
Yeah. We're gonna get you.
That one scene in Space Thunder Kids.
Yeah, the same tank over and over.
Oh, I was about to ask you if you could turn turbo on. I didn't realize.
Jeez.
These games are fucking unplayable with turbo. The Cold Steel games especially are so sluggish with their cutscenes.
Mm-hmm.
No way.
It really is happening.
The Defense Force does not stand a chance of stopping them. They're just the CGF in a hat.
Correction, I assume. We already have the key to stopping them. She's right here.
Me, Dieter Croix!
Me, Dieter Croix!
Third Anguis! President Croix!
Uncle!
To our guests from the Society, you have my thanks for cooperating in our project. You as well, Arios and Bell. Everything seems to be going smoothly.
Yes, so far.
The rest is in her hands. It's as he says, Kia. You understand what you must do, yes? You're the only one who can resolve this crisis for us.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna glow now.
No! All of my latent farts! I've been filtering
From my RTX gamer toilet!
I hate it so much.
That's the end of the farts joke. That's the best punchline
Yeah.
we're gonna have for it. Thank you, Austin.
Good girl.
I do like this BGM a lot, also.
What the hell is this? A ring thing?
What is some kind of...
Jubilee, say some words.
Please.
Save us from this
Austin
hell!
what he wants.
Jubilee, turn to someone and be like, yo, this sucks. Like you always do.
These guys are idiots.
Oh, okay. So they're doing the same thing we did in the second game, where we go to 3 different towers to stop the Ouroboros members. The life leaves my eyes a little bit. I don't know. Come up with a fucking original idea.
I'll say this. I've been biting my tongue every time you guys have been like, yeah, what's the Geofront even for? Because you're not wrong, but also there is at least one thing that it is legitimately for, and that is this. It's basically the whole country is an alchemy circle of this game. What the hell's going on? Orcus Tower is absorbing converted orbital energy?
Everyone's Wi-Fi goes down.
Kia, no!
Stop this bell.
I don't know what the hell you're trying to pull off, but it ends here.
We must stop them!
The divine blade of wind. If you wish to pass, you'll have to go through me. Show me SSS, the barrier that Sergei, Guy, and I could not overcome. Show me that you have the strength we didn't. Don't let him rattle you. It's 4-on-1.
We have to create an opening somehow.
Aeon system activate. 1 target to neutralize.
Oh, I love this BGM.
I was gonna say, what if he also had a titty window?
Yeah.
His outfit.
I am
These are just our uniforms now. Even Dieter's like, yeah, you guys just can't see mine.
He also has a titty window.
So I've got some bad news re Arios. He is still not immune to stat down.
Damn.
Did you just cast Chrono down on him for fun there then?
No, I said he's not immune.
Oh. Ah, okay.
He is immune to delay. If he weren't, he would just never get a turn. But this is still not going to end well for him, unfortunately.
Probably want to use Tio's power.
I bet we're gonna be panting by the end of the fight. And he's gonna be like, well, alright, enough playing time for now. Nice.
Oh, shit!
Ooh.
That pierced and removed Randy's craft guard. Alright, I take it back. You got a little bit of game there, Arios. I'm gonna activate burst mode and fucking kill you.
You got a 200 CP critical.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Ouch.
I could have done a little more.
Let's see. Work done.
Man, just everybody in Ellie's life is just evil, like everyone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone except for her very evil-looking grandfather, who's just a normal dude.
Christopher Lee.
For such a smart girl, she sure is a fucking dum-dum.
Well, I mean, when you have nothing for comparison, when everyone you've ever met is secretly evil, can you really blame her?
She's just like, well, this person, surely just by nature of the odds.
Yeah, like
it
love
can't
large
happen
numbers
again.
said someone's gotta be good, right?
Yeah, I will keep a lot of my, like, why the fuck this then questions for later, because they have time to justify a lot of things, but I will say right now that my expectations for a lot
Randy's dead, but everyone else will be fine.
That's okay, he didn't have any fucking CP.
He was
My
standing on the little
expectations-
mountain that Sarah stands on during her S-craft.
Yeah.
My expectations for a lot of things are actually real low.
I sometimes think about how when I saw pictures of Ellie, like, you know, on the internet, I was like, oh, she looks like a cool gunslinger girl.
Yeah.
And then I guess the Ellie in my mind was so cool, and the Ellie presented to me is just a fucking nothing burger. I'm very disappointed.
Yeah, that's how I felt too when I saw her for the first time. I was like, oh wow, she looks cool. I love her design. She's very cute and like she looks confident. And everyone was just like, yeah, no, Ellie's just kind of there.
Ellie is a waste of calories, is what I like to refer to it as.
Oh.
A waste of what?
Calories.
Calories.
Is there any way I can steal that crit? I guess I can just...
Use an ult.
Yeah, she's Elisa before Elisa. Except she's better designed than Elisa.
Randy, you missed and you're not even blind. Come on, man.
I'm just trying to fake him out.
Hey!
Hey, it's me, Joshua Bright, get it? Alright, I'll stop goofing off.
Weird thing to say, but I hope Arios is dead by the end of this game. Because I don't know what else he'd do, and I wish that Cassius was dead.
Oh god, I hate that. That removes all your shit.
I mean, he's gotta have...
That removes craft guard as well. Yeah, he's gotta have something that does something. I guess that's fair.
Oh, and he's gonna steal your team rush if you don't do something.
I'm gonna, yeah, I just need to use an art with the right amount of delay. Is there anything actually useful I can throw out there? Not really.
Just attack him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Oh, it removes buffs. That's why it pierces. It removes buffs. That's a little fishy.
That's such a huge buff for one action.
Someone in this game needs to be able to do that shit, because this game is too easy.
Yes. Yeah. Correct.
Oh, he's gonna kill Tio if you don't give her a block.
Oh, that's right. His next turn is immediately. Right. What do I want to do about that? You know what? We'll just,
Correct.
Oh, we'll do that. Oh, hits everyone but Tio. Ow. Stop. What did Lloyd ever do to you?
Rush. apparently.
Punch.
I hate you, Arios. You and your fast turn taking. I will say, I don't know if it's because I'm kitted differently or lower leveled, because I didn't, like, get to a point where enemies in this dungeon weren't giving me experience, but, when I did this fight in my previous playthrough, he basically didn't get to act. I just killed him. So, he's obviously getting a better showing this time.
Well, I mean, you only kept him sped down once instead of forever.
Yes, that's true. He sped himself back up like a jerk. What can I get in that? Oh. No, not quite now. My guard. Alright.
I would just heal. Yeah. Tier all. Fuck it. Does that heal everyone or all?
That heals
one
everyone,
person?
but that's like legitimately hard to come by, so I think I'm just gonna...
You're fighting Ario.
He's not that big of a deal. He thinks he's hot shit. He's not. Are you in... Jello silently fuming.
Just use it.
Oh man, Ellie died.
Isn't she your healer?
Yeah.
God, I wonder if there was any way you could have prevented
You could have
that
avoided
from happening.
No.
Oh, you could have used an art. That would have done it.
No. It's fine.
I put in the Aram Awesome Game Streams chat.
Yeah.
The very picture that I look at when I think, oh my god, she must be cool. And
Oh, yeah.
I am disappointed every time I have to say something very obvious that anyone didn't say. I'm like, oh, cool. But no, white hair gunslinger girl. Is awesome.
Yeah, no, I'm disrespecting that attack too much, unfortunately. Alright, fine, I'll use real items.
Oh no, you're gonna use one of your 18 Celestial Bombs? Aram, there were 18 fights left in the game.
But what if he just beefed it really bad towards the end? And he needed all 18?
Why? Because he was refusing to use items?
Yeah.
Yeah, that might happen. I would use Tio's ult to give everyone a block.
Yeah. Watch him Arcane Gale and just ignore it.
It doesn't matter. It eats the damage of its attack.
Not if he Arcane Gales, unfortunately. It removes the buffs and then damages. He's kind of a fucker that way. But we're on the home stretch. I will need to use an EP charge.
There is... By the time of Cold Steel 3, I did finally start using arts, actually, because I found a setup for Musty where you can give her a Master Quartz that gives her the ability to... And she gets like 1% of EP. For how much damage she does, she gets 1% of that back as EP. And I was like, oh, great, she's unstoppable now. So I just would use Chrono Burst, an ability that gives you 3 turns in a row, to use the strongest ice move in the game twice, and then use Chrono Burst again forever.
Yeah.
And I remember people being like, oh, Emma's so good, you gotta use her. It's like, no, you can just break arts on one character. It works the same for anyone. Emma sucks and has one good ability that never works because she's always dead.
You are correct that any arts user can probably get to that combo. I think you are just wrong about Emma about there not being a meaningful difference in crafts and about Emma's not being good. But it is a completely irrelevant argument.
Yeah, Emma is the slowest character. So, how did he get more? Does he?
Yeah,
heal?
he got a lot of health back.
Nice.
Because Cold Steel is entirely a game about action economy, and Emma will be one-shot by anything before she can do anything in any fight of real consequence. because the bosses, especially in Cold Steel 2, which is the game I tried real hard to give her one last chance, every boss has the, well, we didn't know how to balance these, so we're just gonna have them restore all their HP and get twice as strong with twice as much defense, and then give them a physical AoE ability that hits everyone. And Emma has a really good ability, which name is escaping me, that it blocks all magic or reflects all magic or something, and it's like probably the single best craft in the game for support. But she would never get to use it because she was too slow, and she could never cast anything because she was too slow, and then she would die again forever. At least Alyssa was designed to come back to life when she inevitably died for being awful.
Ooh, we got a team rush. Oh, except Blade is gonna. Okay, here's what we can do. There we go. Ooh, that gives us a Randy scrap. Oh, thank God, we actually had the guard up for that this time. Alright. Let's stick a fork in this fucker.
Uh-oh. Can you remove that?
I cannot remove strength up, because I don't have a strength debuff, but I can speed down. Also pretty close to being dead, and I've got an LES craft, so I'm not terribly concerned. But we'll see.
I would just attack him rather than speeding him down more than once. But I do think he's gonna S-craft and kill almost everyone.
I want to say he shouldn't because he just used it, but we'll see. Oh, Randy. Yeah, you're just
good to see one difficult fight in this game, though.
Yeah.
This is not even one of the ones that I said, like, oh yeah, there's a couple difficult fights in this game. Because this fight wasn't difficult at all for me the first time I played the game.
Happens sometimes.
Yeah. We're gonna... Randy. Yeah, there we go. Oh.
Wow.
Oh, come the fuck on! Your HP bar is just empty, you asshole. Get him, Tio. Kill him.
You missed.
99! He's worth experience. Yeah, I guess I was just actually under-leveled. That's really funny. Did not expect that.
Wow, a Zerum capsule.
Hooray!
We did it!
I think you're allowed to lose that fight, but you really shouldn't. It's not that bad. Is that all you got? That was a surprise. Perhaps you do have what it takes to surpass us.
Huh?
I cannot detect a presence where Arios is standing.
Oh, shit.
Behind you. Shit.
I've been meaning to tell you. Not only did my wife die in that accident, I died. I have been a ghost for the last... Actually, I would love that.
That would actually be fucking cool.
That would be good. I thought you were just gonna say, not only did my wife die in that accident, I'm Yin.
You know, him being Yin would... Oh yeah, we need to resolve Risha too, I forgot.
Everyone!
Only a glancing blow to quiet them down. We can't have them interrupting your concentration, you know. Things might not end so well.
Oh, okay. I know.
What are you doing, Belle?
I won't hesitate anymore. Kia?
No! Stop!
No, she turns into a ball of light.
Oh,
Wait.
she turned into the internet.
Our daughter was the internet? Are you fucking kidding me? What? What?
RTX Gamer City!
Anyway, it's about to be destroyed, but a glorious 10 minutes we're about to have.
Wait, the bells?
Don't you see, Mo? Do you see? Because I hope so, because I don't.
The last bell is Maribel. She glows. What the fuck?
She just starts saying ring, 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 ring. Ah, damn it, I hate living here.
Someone checks their calendar. Oh shit, it is Wednesday. Some shit has to go down.
Mhm.
Damn. It's an interesting looking effect. This is weird music for this scene, because this doesn't mean anything to us yet. I can't stop thinking about the RTX Gamer toilet.
Ah!
This light.
What the hell's happening?
The spiritual density is so high. All 7 elements are.
Such devastation. This was not my intention.
Oh,
What the
Wait,
what
she
the
gets
fuck?
a little outfit too? Kia?
A rousing success. And with that, the Septarian of Mirage has finally been revived. No, actually, this is the birth of something beyond that. Witness the creation of the Septarian of Zero.
What?
What?
Oh,
Aw, she's a J girl.
Yeah.
cute. Lloyd, everyone.
Oh, hey, Mo. Do you want to use your fucking Vesper filter for her like
oh
this?
yeah.
I don't even know if I have Vesper on. Let me see. I don't have Vesper. I don't
Yeah,
have.
that's okay.
Okay, it's fine.
Kia. Is that really you, Kia?
No.
Yes. Let's go, Belle.
No.
Very well. Take care of them, if you would, Arios.
Understood.
No, don't float away.
Kia?
Where are you going?
I'm sorry. And thank you for everything. I love you all.
Looks down at my notepad for future games. Idea, Millium, new character, do Kia again. See
Yeah.
if you can get away with it. Why is Wald normal? He can go
Walter
back?
has a titty window.
He's like, yeah, I'm here with the titty window gang.
Yes!
Oh. You shrimp?
Wow. Look at you being glowy and awesome looking.
Kia. Actually, no. Perhaps it'd be more appropriate to call you the Divine Child, just as the cult did. Thank you once again for appearing in this world. Thank you for once again appearing in this world. The world thanks you for appearing once again. This thank you is for you for appearing in this world once again. As the
You see, the power of the Mirage Septarian is to repeat history until it works.
As the current patriarch of the Croix family, it is my honor to welcome you.
I believe that's long enough for greetings, Father. We must go and pick up our newly received gifts.
I suppose you're right. Campanella?
They wouldn't say
They
man
say,
voice.
they say boy.
Oh yeah, it's probably the professor then.
Ha! It's always nice to see your hard work pay off.
Yeah.
I have no idea why I'm helping with this.
To you, the inheritor of one of the great treasures' power, behalf of the Grandmaster of Ouroboros, allow me to congratulate you on your rebirth.
They are hardly adequate for such an occasion, but I hope you will accept these gifts. Please, take them.
Thank you.
We brought you some gold.
I don't want it. I want a gun.
Some frankincense and some...
And I bought you a Game Boy. Campanella!
Campanella!
Please!
You cannot bring the Holy Child a Game Boy.
I want the Game Boy.
What the fuck is this?
Gundams?
Already?
Once again, my spirit drops like a rock in a lake.
What are these?
You don't recognize Zeit?
Oh, he's just a little bigger than
What a
I
twist!
Lelouch. I love that you're like, Aram, your very sudden laugh that's like very genuine sounds exactly what I imagine Dieter's evil laugh would sound like. It's very appropriate.
I'll make sure to keep that. I don't know if he ever just does an evil laugh in this game, but I'll keep that in mind in case it comes up.
What the fuck are
these?
Holy shit!
Thank you. Whoa, they're so cool.
Huh, those are some nice toys you're getting.
Divine archaisms, aeons, ions, I don't remember. 3 interfaces ready to recreate the miracles of a Septarian.
They've exceeded every expectation I had. Thank you, our esteemed guests from the Society. I am in your debt.
Ha! It's the least we can do to repay your gracious financial assistance. I should be thanking you for providing me an avenue to apply all of our Gordius class research.
Why does everyone think
guess-
this is so weird? Trails has always had stupid robots. I mean, Potter Modder was the only one until now. Lest we forget, this too was the will of our Grandmaster, apparently. I don't...
Yeah, you gonna keep milking that cow till it's dry, huh, Aryan Rod?
There's no need to feel indebted to us. I don't even know why I'm here.
How generous of you! Kia, will you do the honors?
I'll get a cooler robot later.
Yes, just a moment.
Aryan Road looks up at these. I've seen better.
These are okay.
I've seen more evil. Wow, a robot and a Septarian and a robot? Been done.
Just saying. No shade, but, you know.
There is perhaps a bit
Modicum
of shade. Thank you, that's better. Oh no! This nameless, powerful robot we've never seen before is fighting nameless drones from a country that's barely been involved. Oh my god, Mecha's so interesting. My emotions.
Yeah, Jello.
Fuck that. This genre's bad, guy.
Are these important later?
No, this is the Calvard for. Oh, you mean the robots?
Yeah.
I imagine
there
they're
are
important.
robots later, but like...
I imagine these are just
robots.
the bosses until the end of the game.
Okay. I was just wondering, maybe these robots show up in other games or something.
Mo, my reaction would not be this devastated if I knew this was gonna happen.
I don't know, maybe you know something that happens with them in the future that I don't.
So, I know one aspect of the Septarian's power. I knew that Mariabelle was a villain. I didn't know why, and honestly, still kind of don't. And I know like one aspect of Wazy's deal. That is everything I know from this game on. That you don't know. I worded that badly. That's everything I know for the rest of this game.
Goldenite asks, Did Jello play CS3? Yes,
Yeah.
but I don't think I would blame Jello for not really giving a shit or particularly remembering the involvement of ions in that game, because they're even less relevant in that game. They're literally only in that game because they needed 3 chapters of Ouroboros filler before they did anything.
What's an?
Yeah, I forgot all about them as well. So
Yeah, right there. I rest my case.
Yo, if these came back, then they fucked up. I win.
This
can't be! Dumb robots! The 5th Armored Division has been completely wiped out!
I can hardly believe it myself. Some sort of humanoid weapon mowed them down like they were nothing.
It's nonsense! Very well, we will not tolerate this defiance! Activate the railway guns! Target Crossbell City! Avoid areas with...
what?
Drop the nuke, but only a little!
Yeah!
What? Yeah? What?
Oh.
Man, sorry, Imperial Liberation Front. All you fuckers had to do is wait a week.
So I feel like ultimately this is kind of what Richard wanted. He wanted some of the...
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, it's good to see someone's achieving Richard's dreams.
Remember how dumb and lame the one that Richard got looked?
It looked broke as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
It was like this
What a
weird
bad
Toy
Final
Story ass robot.
So, maybe there's an explanation. I am always confused whenever someone who has as much power as Dieter, like, I'll believe that his family's had this one long-term thing and they've all been in on it for this goal forever. I'm fine with that, sure. If you own the IBC and are essentially the acting mayor of Crossbell, why the rest? Why you don't even need to be like the secret snake master from behind. You've already won. This is all pageantry for the sake of an outside player to be surprised, and that I hate that. And you can't even be like, well, he wanted to make it a sudden surprise or like ease the world into his power. It's like, no, he didn't, because whatever. I'll shut up. Maybe something will happen.
Maybe something will give.
What the?
They're amazing in this game. The Septarian of Zero, huh? Wanna try again?
Haha, 3 Gordius-class culminations being operated at the same time. They can even autonomously create miracles. That's why we're using them to blow shit up. This will allow me to forward a most fascinating report.
Meanwhile, Reen Schwarzer is just snoozing during this shit. Actually,
No, they're
this
like
is
on a plane somewhere.
This is
nearby.
literally the day of the big school festival, because in Cold Steel 1, when you get your last little scene with the person you pick, everyone's hanging out by the bonfire or whatever, and then people roll up and are like, Crossbell just deleted Gorelia Fortress, and everyone leaves and is very upset.
Oh, yeah. No doubt they've got some serious power.
That they do. However, this is only the beginning, isn't it?
Oh, hey, there you go. As of this moment, Crossbell has become the new holy ground of Zemuria. With it, power of the Empire and the Republic has been toppled. A new order will come to the continent.
I'm sure
Never
there will
mind.
be no further retaliation from anyone, and everything is resolved. I am a politician.
And
I am God now!
And the world over will bear witness to the ideals and justice of the Croix family. I guess he did. I didn't even remember that.
Oh,
Never
boy.
mind about what I said about Dieter.
Which thing?
How I said I was like, oh yeah, I can kind of get behind what Dieter's
No, he's
goal
an idiot.
apparently is. Even though, like, I think he's an idiot, he's got big balls. And now I'm like, oh wait, no, never mind. This is not great.
I can't believe this. Jello was right. Mecha sucks.
Tell me this is all a bad dream.
I wish I could. Even nightmares are not this cruel.
Exactly.
My wife died once.
Behind every miracle is a harsh reality. There they are!
There they are!
Secretary McLean, are you alright?
Who's this?
No.
Oh.
Oh, it's the CGF. All right, good. Now I get to feel strong.
Hell.
It's fine, guys. We can take him out.
Noel's among them. We have to kill them.
Resistance is futile.
Huh?
That voice.
Yeah, what's... Oh.
Oh, you.
This is awkward. Oh, I bet you guys wish you were nicer to me when I left.
Oh, shit.
You know, I like... Us bullying Noelle has given her more reason to be like this than I'm sure she will have.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Defense Force has already secured the area surrounding Michelin. Please surrender peacefully.
It's a good look on you.
Noel.
How could you?
I have a job.
Well done, Second Lieutenant Seeker. It's time I return to Orcus Tower. Please handle their arrest.
Oh, it's you fucking Claire. You fucking Claire. You're a fucking Claire.
Roger.
Roger, she says unenthusiastically.
Noelle, you have one scene to defect from the Defense Force and help us, and it's right now.
Stop right there. I have one question for you, Arios. Just answer one more question.
Did you kill my brother?
You've been cooperating with the Croyce family for years. Was it you? Are you the one who killed my brother, Guy Bannings?
Huh? It couldn't be.
You gotta be shitting me. Yes. That's exactly right.
Hey, Noelle. Hey, Noelle.
Still confused that you might not be on the good guy side? No.
Are we the baddies? I mean, that was my... If I had to put down one guess, he was my guess as of the one scene 2 hours of gameplay ago when they brought that up for the first time. You're super right, Aram, that should have been the through line of the game, was investigating that.
Yeah. I'm gonna actually read it. That day, under the guise of non-aggression, the newly independent Crossbell state proposed a daring diplomatic coalition. The proposal? The establishment of the United Nations of Zemuria, with Crossbell as its leader. In exchange for economic security, military action would be prohibited. Erebonia and Calvard were coerced into cooperating, and soon after, small states followed suit. Liberal Remiferia and Arteria opposed the union, declaring it too autocratic. However, with the major powers yielding, they too had to capitulate. In Calvard, an economic crisis stemming from the events in Crossbell had begun. Anti-immigration terrorism was on the rise. Meanwhile, Erebonia had become ablaze in a civil war between its nobles and reformists. Rumors spread that the Blood and Iron Chancellor had been shot and killed. Unofficially, Ouroboros made its endorsement of Crossbell known to every nation on the continent. Soon, nothing would be able to stop President Croyce's ambitions. The end!
Good. Great.
Boring. That went by way too quickly. Why do those big hunks of metal get to have all the fun? This is bullshit. What's the point of sending us out if we only get to fight the first wave?
What's wrong, Shirley?
Bored.
Who the fuck?
There you are, Daddy.
He's just a guy, he doesn't matter.
I thought that was Walter for
Yeah, I thought it was too.
I can see why you thought that, yeah.
Still, don't you think this is like the perfect chance? It's really hitting the fan over there in the Empire. Wouldn't it be way more fun over there, wouldn't it?
Gameplay-wise, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. The Republic sounds like a blast, too. I wouldn't mind running wild over there again.
We still have a contract to fulfill. If you're feeling bored, you could always have fun with that punk.
Bald? I guess he's not that bad when he demonizes. But he can't get it up without those pills. Too big to be worth my time.
That's
It up is referring to his height.
yeah. That's a fun
That's
bit
funny.
of localization.
Yeah.
Plus, I think he's screwed off for the day. He's out doing his own thing, whatever that is.
What about those folks from the society? They seem plenty entertaining.
Austin has to sit on that line. Am I gonna read that?
Hmm.
They're not bad, but I'm not sure if we're, like, compatible, you know? Plus, that broad in the armor looks way out of my league.
So you noticed. Well, that's alright. As for our little deserter, it looks like he's making his way over to Mines.
Oh? Still hasn't learned his lesson yet. Is he really stupid enough to challenge us?
Don't undersell him just yet. He's strong. More so than you think, clearly.
Really? I just don't see it. Well, whatever. If you think he's so tough, then you can have him, Daddy. Go on.
That's fine with me. I think you're gonna have a playmate of your own after all.
Really? Oh, are you saying she didn't go back to Calvard?
This is the guy I refuse to voice.
Huh. So I was a stubborn bastard. This should be fun.
Who cares about that four-eyed schmuck? She's the real main attraction. It's starting to rev me up. Her little spat at Arkansas was decent foreplay. But next time I get my hands on her, I'm really gonna have some fun. Gonna drop another chandelier on someone. Oh, I can't wait.
Knock yourself out.
Shut the
So-
fuck up, Gareth.
So, okay.
Mhm.
Now it has become disappointingly clear what the rest of this game is going to be. We're going to fight at each of these mini-boss things. We're going to get Risha as a guest party member when we fight the Red Constellation. We're going to get Wazy as a guest party member when we fight Wald. And then Noelle, with no roots put down anywhere, will help us fight Campanella because they are the leftovers.
Fuck.
And leaving us distracted while the true final boss, the lawyer, ascends to the throne.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your deal?
Damn.
Fuck.
Oh, it's Tino.
Dino. What are you...
Was I him?
I don't remember. It changes.
Wald. It really is you, Wald.
Tino.
Where have you been? We've all been so worried. What? Thank goodness you're safe.
They did-
Sob.
They didn't know he was the monster.
They recognized him.
Well, they forgot.
Dum-dum. Listen, he was never the smartest one.
The others got seriously hurt. I guess Dino was inside. Okay. A couple were discharged already, but they haven't come back to Ignis. But that's okay, right? If you're back, Wald, then... Wald.
The Saber Vipers are no more. I'm not gonna say it again. Don't follow me.
No, you can't be serious. Come on, Wald, come on. You're our leader. We've always depended on you. They're saying that demon was you, Wald. Wald, hey, that can't be true, right? So when I said Wald is the worst character, in my opinion, it's because at least with the other characters I hate, I got it. I understood what they were going for. There's nothing they could do that would make this a satisfying conclusion.
No, Wald
They
kinda
failed.
sucks, yeah.
They failed hours ago, and they're aggressively wasting my time with this man back on screen.
Stop! We're
testaments!
You have some nerve showing your face here, Walled Wales!
How dare you sully our holy ground? We won't let. How dare you, soldier? We won't let you hurt downtown again. You have to be stopped. It's me, Vessi.
What are you just standing there for? We know it was you. You turned into that monster and destroyed the downtown district.
You betrayed your men, spilled their blood. They trusted you, believed in you.
Ryan.
You're despicable.
You're
You're despicable.
So where are Wazy and Baldy right now? Not that they ever belonged here. They finally turned tail and run.
Shut your mouth! You know right!
They'll definitely come back. They're not like you.
What?
They're on their own mission, a duty they have to fulfill. That's why even if they're not in the city right now, I know they haven't abandoned us.
We may not know exactly what they're doing, but we believe in them. That's so. A duty, huh? Maybe we'll get to finish our fight after all. Isn't that right? Wazy!
This dude took this breakup so fucking bad. It is haunting him.
Sometimes when I'm watching bad movies and I know exactly what's going to happen in a scene and none of it matters, I just start hitting the L key to fast forward 10 seconds at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And like, had I had that power and been the one playing, I would have skipped that whole scene.
And now the focus of the phantasmal blaze pan, it's a big pan, shifts to Erebonia. Will you be staying here to observe for a while like we planned?
That is correct. I'll accompany you until the proper stage has been set in the Empire.
This new Septarian of Zero compares quite favorably to the long-vanished Septarian of Mirage.
How would you know?
It even has abilities that the original could never have possessed. I'm looking forward to seeing the extent of what the Croix family's alchemy has made.
It's rare to see you get excited about anything, Professor. And speaking of excitable, it looks like our old rivals are finally starting to make their move.
Yes. Think of it as an opportunity. Their position is inherently different from our own. Perhaps clarifying just how different would be wise for the future.
I will trust the two of you to see to that. I intend to stay here and continue gathering data on the Septarian of Zero, so that I may create the perfect interface that connects mankind with the gods.
What?
Wait, that's the plan? Shit.
Maybe sad, just glowing, looking out a window.
Probably Shizuku. Yeah.
Oh, Shizuku. Have your eyes recovered?
I don't know. You look different than I remember.
Yes, I'm no longer lightheaded and colors are returning.
So crazy. Earlier, I thought your hair was green.
Yeah. It's all thanks to you, Kia. Thank you so much.
I'm glad. But you don't have to thank me. You and everyone at the hospital have worked so hard for this day. Right, Shizuku? All I did was give the final push.
If you say so.
And besides, it would be a waste to not put this power I was given to good use. If I could give you the gift of sight back, then this is a small sacrifice I'm willing to...
But! I really am happy, you know? For the longest time, I'd hated not being able to see. I was a burden to Father. Even though we were best friends, I had never once seen your face. Finally seeing it like this, it makes me so happy that I could cry, but Kia, are you really okay? Is this what you want? To be apart from Lloyd and the others? To be forced to do all these crazy things? It's wrong! It's all wrong! What Miss Maribel and Mr. Croyce are doing is wrong. Not just them. Father, too.
Oh, Shizuku.
You're now irradiated.
Thank you, Shizuku. I love you so much, but I'm fine. I made my decision. I knew what it was I was accepting. Okay? You don't have to cry for me.
I'm glad Shizuku is still good.
Shizuku's like,
Now the plan is going into mega mode.
Fragments.
My evil and memories were sealed in my blind eyes.
God.
So, they sure... I guess I wouldn't have predicted this.
Mm-hmm.
But when they were making a protagonist for the Cold Steel series, they just carbon copied mostly Lloyd DNA and then Kia.
A little bit.
Just a little bit of Kia. Just that, like, is this really just the CS3 onwards, Lloyd? Or hi, Lloyd.
Hang on.
I guess all cops are bastards.
The other members of the SSS are under protection in different locations. I'm sorry to tell you that you're the only one here, Lloyd.
Oh, thank fucking goodness. I couldn't fucking tell, you idiot.
Whoa. You're under...
Protection's a pretty funny way to put it, don't you think? Just what exactly is it you're protecting them from?
Lower your voice when you're
Motherfucker,
talking.
you don't realize I'm not in here with you. You're in here with me.
You said when you showed up that we should have been nicer to you? Do you realize how much nicer we were being than you fucking deserved, Noelle? I knew your name the whole fucking time. It's a stupid name, you dumb bitch. I'm gonna kill you right now.
Give me my gun. I'm sure you pieced it all together by now.
Give me your gun.
Give me
sorry,
your gun.
okay. Takes it, rips it in half. Now get me a better one, because this one, you touched it, so it's shit!
Lloyd just fucking goes ape shit exactly once.
Who was behind the raid on the city, I mean? The ones who hurt Fran. Your only little sister, Noelle.
I know that, but I'm a proud member of the CGF, and it ain't the only thing I have.
Get it through your fucking head. The CGF isn't real anymore.
Even if the name on the emblem has changed, it doesn't change my responsibilities. I have a duty to uphold my state as a soldier. It's the only thing I have. Listen to me, Lloyd.
No.
I don't have any character. This is it.
He grabs her by the shoulders. You don't have to cling to the CGF anymore. They're dead, Noelle. You know what's not dead? Cars. You can drive.
Get in the car.
What do you think the
drive
real
away.
CGF stood for, Noelle? Car's gonna fuck!
Cargo fast.
Cargo fast!
What the fuck?
That's right. This whole time, my true identity morphs into a Ford F-150.
She was
She's
the one
like-
on
she's
the
like,
title
wait.
screen the whole time.
She's like, wait, you're right. Oh my god, I've been so blind. I understand now. And then the fucking like Digivice pops up and it goes through the entire Digivolution thing and she Digivolves into an Uber driver.
She'd be so much happier. If I don't, then Crossbell will. Crossbell will be crushed by the Empire and the Republic if I, Noelle Seeker, don't defect.
Yeah, the Defense Force really doing a lot of defending? The last time I checked, it was those fucking robots piloted by our kidnapped daughter, which you assisted in, you psycho! Grabs her, grips her shoulders, breaks her clavicle.
Noelle, I knew your clavicle would be easily broken. I could tell in your swimsuit icon.
Oh
I
my
know,
god,
Lloyd.
look at that. I was just touching you and you broke because you have no items because we took your clothes, we took your quartz, you don't have anything. Yeah, go out and fight the Erebonians, you dumb shit. See what happens.
I couldn't crack an egg with the amount of pressure that it took for me to break you.
I feel like we had a lot of built-up animosity against Noelle and the damn crack.
Much like her class. Aaron's sitting here patiently waiting for us to shut the fuck up.
I know, Lloyd. I know that's what they're doing to Kia isn't right. And having to rely on the society of all people makes me sick. But you saw it, didn't you? The Imperial Army fired those terrible railguns straight at us. They're weapons of mass destruction. Had they hit, hundreds of people would have died.
No, they were
Nobody
aiming for
would
the place
die.
where there weren't civilians, remember?
Nobody
man!
died.
Oh my god, Noelle, I'm so sorry. You're so right. Oh man, why did the Empire fire those guns? Oh right, because your boss is a psychopath. You declared war on them. You idiot!
There was no other way, Lloyd. I'm sorry.
You know, I think earlier you called her Claire. You might need to apologize to Claire.
I know I
Claire.
have no right to say any of this to you, Lloyd. No right to even be here.
Yes.
I can't imagine you'll be detained forever. Once the crisis is past, you'll likely be acquitted and released. But please, just stay patient for now. And shut the fuck up, Lloyd.
Stay the hell away from my clavicle.
I felt so bewildered, so impatient. It was like everything I could say escaped me.
Not at all.
Everything I could say, I did. Bitch! Shit! Fucking psychopath! Traitors! You fucking Claire! You piece of shit! I'll break every bone in your fucking body! I'm so sorry, that was unlike me.
That was unlike me. That was unlike me. I should have treated you like this sooner had I known you were insane, Noelle. He just starts punching her in the nose like Lad Rousseau to that goon in the train car.
Not only that, I failed Kia. I failed to protect her. I failed to see the burden that she had been carrying long before that day. I was so wrapped up in trying to do everything, trying to protect everyone, that I didn't protect the one person I had to above every other. Both Kia's origins and the person who killed my brother. I solemnly swore I would uncover these two truths.
Do you remember who
Do you
killed?
remember?
Was it you?
Do you remember
Useless.
this?
Just happened.
I'm so sorry, Guy. Looks like I'm not ready to catch up to you after all. I couldn't keep my promise. What do I do now? What can I do? There's nothing I can...
You're pathetic. It's me, Zeit.
You know,
He's the-
I want this reveal to be preserved from the camera. You'll see who this is in a second.
It is a husky voice. Oh,
Oh, hey.
look at you. You really the same leader of the brat police squad that toppled our empire? Don't worry. Half a year of eating cold rice in this hellhole and that little bit of hope you still got will be gone.
He was in here the whole time.
Leave me alone, your pleated pants-ass prison garb. Shut the fuck up.
Lloyd is tired of being nice.
Say what you want. We both know you've got no one to blame but yourself for ending up here. The fact that we were the ones to finally arrest you is just a matter of circumstance. We were in the right place at the right time. It's the truth. We didn't get over that barrier back in the spring because of our own ability. Shit, you're a real killjoy, kid. Well, whatever. Talk of the yard has been that shit's really crazy out there. Who'd have thought the CEO of the IBC would scheme up something like this and make himself the president of a dictatorship? If only there was a word for that. Heard you cross the Red Constellation and the Society. You even pissed off the guilds, the Defense Forces Divine Blade of Wind. Man, sucks to be you these days. Shut the fuck up, Garcia! want to make like Kia and present a knife? We'll see. I made this out of a toothbrush. Listen up. You ask me and I'll tell you. Your best bet is to wait for the storm to pass. You'd be a damn fool to try and face what's going on out there. Just like your brother was. That's right. You knew my brother, didn't you? Huh. I guess you could say we were acquainted.
Somewhere Ellie psychically knows to start writing.
Stubborn son of a bitch he was. Didn't matter how much we threatened him. He just wouldn't stop sticking his nose where it didn't belong. First time I met his smug ass, he strolled up to me while I was standing at a food cart. Started shooting the breeze about the liquors he liked. Goddess, he was annoying. Huh. Yeah, that sounds like Guy, alright. Honestly, I couldn't see someone like him going down no matter who wanted to kill him. Guess I was wrong, though. The world is full of surprises. That's the way he always was. Did you keep resisting him? Yeah, and it wasn't just Ravash either. He was barking up everyone's tree. That even goes for all the corrupt Imperial and Republican faction Diet members. Hell, he even managed to sniff out Joachim from a Selger way. I won't deny that he had a lot of fire in his belly. Right. Hey, don't go getting the wrong idea. Guy Bannings wasn't some superhero, you got that? Huh? When it comes to sheer power and quick-wittedness, McLean could cream him.
And did.
Sergei is a hell of a lot better than he ever was at forming strategies and pulling them off. By the way, do you want to check out my police trading cards? I can tell all about all of their statuses from that. And
it's called Pig. This game is called Pig Farmer.
Yeah, and if it's judgment and process and info you need, that bastard Dudley was always a cut above him. Your big brother had his limits. I mean, sure he did, but... Oh, he has a point. But if there was one thing he had going for him that no one else did, man, he could die. I guess it was his resiliency.
Until
he died. Oh. He was so damned relentless. Gave him the energy to take on fights he had no business picking. Yet he wasn't in over his head. He knew exactly what he was doing. I hate to admit it, but it was hard for him not to leave an impression on you.
Aww.
Oh, that's what you look like, huh?
Word of yeah. Word of advice.
It was Aram.
Yeah.
Guy in the past.
Oh, I didn't even remember him
Yes.
having done.
Guy's kind of a Chad.
Word of advice, Lloyd. To be a man, you have to be willing to tackle the issues you're facing head on. Follow your heart and intuition. Grasp the truth with your own two hands. If you can do that, you'll be able to see what exactly it is that you want to do.
I think the reason my brother was so resilient was because he wanted to protect everything that was important to him. Not just his family and loved ones, but Crossbell itself. And in that sense, maybe that included Ravash too. The hell? Trust me, I know that would be ridiculously presumptuous of him. I think more than anything, as a detective, he wanted to understand what made Crossbell tick. That way, he could struggle to protect Crossbell in his own way, day in and day out. That brother of yours, what a damned idiot he was. Yeah. That's one department I haven't been trying to catch up to him in. Still, I'm his younger brother. I'm going to take after him in some respects, whether I like it or not. What are you saying? I'm going to check.
Well, this is the CGF, so Yep, unlocked.
Yeah. Oh, hell no. You aren't thinking. Do you want to bust out of here? To me, staying here would be escaping. I'm not gonna run away from the truth that's waiting for me outside. As a detective of the CPD Special Support Section, I promise I'll free my imprisoned comrades and take Kia back. You're an even bigger idiot than he was. Garcia? Let's see what you got, kid. What can a punk bastard like you hope to accomplish during a shit show like this? Show me just how resolved and determined you are to face the hell waiting for you.
Make out with me.
Just like your brother
Give me
did.
a little kiss.
Honestly,
Alright.
glad to see Garcia back. He was all right.
What the?
Sounds like the back cell. And
Ruh-roh.
stock punches.
Ha! That all you got, you damned brat?
What? A fight?
Knock it off! What's going on in there?
Hey, we're fucking! It's because of you that we're in this hellhole. Say your prayers, you son of a bitch. No, please!
Damn it, he's not stopping. We no other choice, let's go.
Yeah, ready your weapon. They both take out sock'em boppers.
Can you... The fact that they put these two in the same cell is so dumb.
Cease this at once, Rosie.
Freeze! Don't make me shoot!
Come on, we're just having a little fun. I didn't mean to get so carried away.
You bastard.
What the hell happened to that good behavior you've had since coming here? Doesn't matter now. Step back and keep your hands where we can see them.
Huh.
Damn it, overrun or not, we shouldn't have put the two of them in the same cell. Hey,
You're
are you
in
alright?
pain.
Must be suffering from internal bleeding. Hurry up and call a doctor.
Actually, I'd rather you didn't.
But not for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
You bastard! No, my one hit point!
Curse you!
Wish there was another way we could have pulled this off. The hell you going on about? This was your idea, dumbass. I thought you were out of your damn mind when you told me to hit you. Isn't Red supposed to be the gambler on your team and not you? Yeah, but I mean, we killed those guys. Yeah, and I didn't think Ravash had such an acting talent hidden away. He really did break one of my back molars, you know.
Oh, Jesus.
Ugh, you're lucky that's all I broke. I'd tell you to front me the bill, but I'm sort of out of work thanks to you. Whatever, promise is a promise. I'll back you up till we get outside. So, what's the plan? This is the prison's third floor, so there should be fewer soldiers stationed here than on the other floors. Our goal is to find a way to break through the gaps in their patrols and escape through the first floor exit. Direct, I like it. It's been too damn long. Time to have some fun.
Yeah,
Hell
playable
yeah.
Garcia, baby!
This is the best thing that's happened in the last, 10 hours.
Yeah, no, I love
Yeah,
this
for
part!
sure.
This is fucking awesome.
I was really hoping they would put on the CGF outfits and
And immediately lose all of their stats.
No, yeah, I love this. I'm gonna wait to say my piece on this whole sequence until it's over, but yes, I like this part too. Wow, what was that noise? You must be hearing things.
Who's in this room? This
yeah.
one and the one next to ours are where they've been keeping all of Ravash's rank and file. Guess they're short-staffed. Must be trying to save on manpower by having to watch these guys in one place.
Oh yeah, the entire CGF died.
That makes sense. Sorry to stop us like this. Let's keep moving while there are no reinforcements.
I know,
Or we
we
could
might
just
at
let
least-
everyone out and be distracted.
At least one of these cells has... You hear that? It came from the boss's room. Hey, bada bing, bada boss. At least one of these has, like, named characters. I'm not sure which one.
I hope the old lady's in here. Nah, she's in Calvard.
She's in Remiferia, I think, isn't she? She's
What
in
the
one of those
heck is
places.
taking them so long?
I've got a big axe!
Huh?
I've got a big axe!
Oh, fuck!
Whoa!
Alright, what's
he's
your
got an
deal,
axe
Garcia?
craft?
Does he have an S-craft? Oh, man, he
Oh
does.
boy.
Faint 100. That's pretty good.
Oh, he's actually still got that move. He had that as a boss. Oh, these guys suck. Well, yeah. I don't know why I'm saying that with surprise.
Oh my god! They're bad!
You'll never get my book chapter.
Curse you! Curse you! Curse you!
Isn't it matriculated? Well, damn, what do we do now? I was prepared for this. We've no choice but to force our way through. Haha, fine by me.
This is great.
Oh.
Now, I'm sorry. You might as well equip those, actually.
Oh, yeah, no, that's true.
The only time in this franchise you'll
You
actually
wanna
use the proxy.
There they
weapon.
are! Freeze!
There they are!
Throw these whatever the fucks. Oh, the dogs. They look weird from behind. I thought they had like weird flower heads or something.
Nope, sorry, Aram. It will never
Just
work.
dogs.
Woo! They've even started using warhounds. The old CGF would never have done this.
Just how far have they fallen?
What, become more efficient?
Look, we had to.
We did a recruitment drive, and dogs were the only thing that
They
would
were the
join.
only survivors.
Huh, but they learned a thing or two from Ravash's results. Maybe they're manipulating them by using drugs too. Those boys look like a bunch of fine trained killers, didn't they? Ha! That's enough! I can't imagine the decision was made by Commander Bales or Deputy Commander Douglas. It must have come from
Noel.
Stop making fucking excuses for these idiots, Lloyd.
You're the one causing. Oh,
Oh, I think this is Macaroni. Yeah.
that voice! Don
I
Macaroni!
knew he was in here somewhere.
Damn police brat! Why is Garcia with you? If anyone should be breaking out of here, it should be me!
Sorry, Don. That's not how this is gonna go down. Sit tight. I'll be back soon.
Wait, don't go! Garcia!
He's doing better than I expected. Doesn't seem like he's changed much either. Shut up, kid. He's still my boss and the guy I owe it to for giving me a life after the Corps, you know. So even you're capable of gratitude.
Garcia's pretty nice, you prick.
Ah, can it, you wise ass. Forget I said anything. Come on, kid, let's go.
Let's break out of here.
What's going on out there? Guard, where are you? Shouldn't you be doing something about the situation? Keep me safe. Oh, it's Yona.
Pretty sure this is where that bastard
Oh!
Hartman is locked up.
Ah,
That makes sense. I knew he was taken here after we arrested him at Altair Lodge. He must be on edge about what's happening right now. Don't think about it too hard. He's been a whiny bitch since the day he got here. That's always how it goes when a pompous ass like him goes from riches to rags. There ain't nothing supporting him anymore. I pity him, but this is the punishment he deserves. Anyway, let's go.
there's one more very... Okay, not this one.
Gunter will not be in one of these cells. He's
No,
dead.
Gunter is dead.
Could it be?
Could it be? Is it a voice for Mo?
Oh,
No.
Could it be? Is that you, Lloyd? Who's this?
Please don't be Ernest.
So you're the cause of this uproar? Always don't be
Ernest? Is that you?
Hey, Garcia, can we make a detour to kill someone? I'm done being nice.
That guy who was the mayor's lapdog? Oh, yeah, you would have been thrown in here, wouldn't you?
I heard whispers that you'd been brought here. They certainly surprised me, but I'm still glad to see you're okay.
What?
What?
Same to you. It looks like you made a
What?
full recovery from what Gnosis had done to you.
I found religion.
I found God,
And I changed my ways.
What the fuck is this garbage?
Yes,
We're not friends.
what I done to all of you?
I hate this series.
Unforgivable. But with Audios's love, anything is possible. No, never mind that. Now's not the time for repentance, I guess. Once I've atoned for my sins and paid my debt to society, I hope you'll allow me to make a formal apology to you, Ellie, and Ellen. Please don't worry about me. You must hurry. I'll pray the goddess keeps you safe. Here's a pamphlet. He slips it under the door.
Thank you, Ernest. Done with your little chat? We ain't got more time to waste. Yeah, let's go.
So right at the beginning of this game, after we had the whole intro segment, you're like, I swear to God, like, that better be the last we see of Ernest. If he's not dead, he better not come back. And I was like, I mean,
It is the last we see
yeah,
of
it
him.
is the last we see of him. Rosie!
And that punk from the Sizz?
Damn it!
Detain them!
I've got an axe! So, one of the worst scenes in Full Metal Alchemist 2003, which is the worst anime adaptation anyone's ever made, is it's after the famous Chow Tucker sequence where he turns his daughter into a chimera, which affects Ed and Al for the rest of the series in the manga and is a really sad driving factor behind a lot of their actions, to the point where Alphonse mentions it at the very last chapter as like the thing he's still working on. And in the final boss fight, Ed is affected by it so much he's like, who gives a shit if I give up my alchemy? I couldn't even save one little girl. It's very important to them. But the writers of... There, pause.
Out of breath?
Why?
Yeah, I mean, I ran down here, and that took it all out of me, really.
I guess, in fairness, he did just get the shit kicked out of him.
You really
by
think
Garcia.
you really think you got what it takes to get out of here in this sorry-ass state? Well, who do you think put me in it? Honestly, I don't think I could do it by myself. But I might just pull off this prison break with you as my backup.
Honestly, I think I'd need a full set of molars to pull it off.
Bits one at him.
I'm counting on you. Huh, look at you being all earnest.
Did
No, that-
someone say my
No,
name?
That was the guy
I-
in the cell.
Lloyd, you're my best friend, remember?
Have it your way. Let's bust this joint.
So it's a big deal, and he's like another Zerum powder, universally considered like one of the ultimate real bastard evils. In Full Metal Alchemist, and in the real story they kill him. And
Well, they
like
don't.
Scar
does, but yeah.
No, they being characters.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Who cares? We're just gonna fight some guy. We don't even have to read this. Scar kills him. In the 2003 version, he joins the bad guys who don't have a plan because the writers didn't exist in that version as an alchemist who continues making chimeras. And he suddenly has an upside down head and is like a weird evil dude in a lab coat who now talks like this. And there is a sequence where Edward and Al find out that the fake... Oh boy, I want to watch this.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, baby! Let's eat the bomb!
Fucking great. There is a sequence where Ed and Al learn through a lot of effort that the mysterious Philosopher's Stones are made essentially by killing people, which means they can't use them for their purposes, 'cause obviously they're not psychopaths.
Yeah.
And they also, they learn that very explicitly. People are basically melted down to make Philosopher's Stones. Then, in the normal version, they go to a place called Lab Number 5, which is the prison where they were making prisoners into these stones. Pause.
Whew, we did it. You're just like I remember, the combat strength of a bear.
A bear, you say? Don't mind if...
Randy and the Red Constellation's commander are insanely strong too, but there's something unique about the way you fight. Huh, you're talking about the Red Ogre, yeah? Sigmund Orlando. He and I crossed paths loads of time back in my Jaeger days. Hell, even I think that dude ain't human. I heard his little girl is a chip off the old block, too. Yeah, when it comes to pure fighting strength, she might even be stronger than some of the members of the Society, Everett looks at the camera. That said, their strength can differ a lot, too. At least one person from the Society we came across didn't seem human either. And you're seriously trying to break out of here so you can go face him again? Talk about a light at the end of the tunnel. Price of freedom and all.
I love Garcia's, like, wisecracks sprite, where it's
Yeah.
like,
Oh, it's locked. All right,
Well, all right, I
back
give
to
up.
ourselves.
Yeah.
There should be a way to unlock it nearby, though.
Anyway, it's a switch puzzle.
So, I'm going somewhere with
Yep,
this.
yep, yep.
So, in the actual version of the story, they go to lab number 5, find some victims of these experiments, and some bad stuff happens. They fight and kill Lust and also fight Envy. In the 2003 version, they make their way to the basement and get split up, at which point Edward inexplicably encounters an alive version of Shao Tucker, who now talks like this. And he goes, "Shao Tucker, what are you doing here?"
Ah, Edward Elric, I see you have found our lab. Here, we make philosopher's stones.
What? How?
Well, I can't tell you that, but you need to be an alchemist to make them.
Reminder, the previous episode, the last episode, the episode before the one that is happening, Edward learned that alchemists alchemize humans to make philosopher's stones. And he goes, "How do you do it?"
Well, all you have to do is use this box of mysterious ingredients, which I have covered with a sheet. Please ignore the screams. Now, why don't you alchemize this?
"Okay, Shao Tucker, you have never wronged me in any way, and I trust and believe you, and we are friends." And then Ed walks over and begins to alchemize the mysterious ingredients until his brother bursts in and goes, "Edward, humans are used to make philosopher's stones. I've only just now figured it out." "What? Shao Tucker, my best friend, how could you lie to me?"
I'm sorry, Edward. They need an alchemist to make the philosopher's stones.
"Aren't you an alchemist?"
Shh, Edward Elric, shh, we didn't think about that.
And this shit with Ernest is the same. It is the same thing. It's like they didn't even remember his dynamic with anyone in the past scenes with Ernest. As far as we know, Lloyd's interactions with Ernest have been seeing him neutrally as Ellie's friend twice, then seeing him try to assassinate a guy, then seeing him about 5 times in increased states of demonized drug possession. They are not friends. I'm so angry.
Garcia?
Our little partnership ends here. You're on your own now. Oh, right. Despite everything, I still got a responsibility as the leader of Ravash's rank and file. Hell, not just to them. I owe it to our damn Dawn as well. I can't abandon them and save myself.
Wait, why didn't we just let them out? If you had no intention of escaping, then why did you come to help me this far?
Lloyd's not up for releasing all of Ravash from jail just because they're
Yeah,
not the
they would have
biggest
helped us.
problem.
Yeah, they would have helped us. They'd have helped us escape in the chaos.
Well, I'm afraid I gotta go back for my childhood best friend, Ernest.
Don Macaroni.
You can't seriously be thinking of facing the defense force alone. That unit is too much, even for you.
How dare you, Lloyd?
Let me.
Don't get the wrong idea, kid. You got a truth to get to the bottom of. Said it your own damn self. Not to mention your comrades and that kiddo are waiting for you. You really got the time to be standing here with me.
Thank you, Garcia. It's strange. As a member of the CPD, I can't advocate you breaking out anyway, so I guess all I can say is,
Take care of yourself. Ha! As if I need you to tell me that. Lloyd Bannings. That's some little brother you left behind, you bastard. I guess he ain't turning out so bad.
Oh my god, what's he gonna do?
Can't you see I'm the one who's got you right where I want you? Bring it on! The killing bear is only gonna maul your worthless asses!
Correct.
Yeah. Fucking Tio could have mauled their worthless assets.
Whew. Watch over him, Idios. Pleroma is blooming here too. Has this been happening everywhere since I've been imprisoned? Is this because of Kia? Everything begins once I cut my way through here. For now, I have to focus on getting to the highway. There's a way out of here, I know it. I just have to keep my wits about me.
No. Oh.
You might not have. You don't have the sight corpse.
Oh, the corpse equipped. Yeah, that's true. Doesn't look like they leveled these guys up though, so it should be fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
But yeah, I will equip that so that I don't keep running into them.
You have it?
I should. Yeah, they gave me.
Oh, okay.
While you were talking about Shao Tucker, I got my stuff back. Yeah, we'll do that, and then I'll also throw this on so that I don't miss chests if there's any. I don't think it's gonna be an issue, but yeah.
Those look like giant blenders on the side of the road.
They are.
Wow.
Aren't those giant
best
blenders
friend
supposed
will
to
hate
keep
this,
the
okay.
monsters away?
Yeah, they do a
Yes.
bad job.
Yeah, they
But
don't
also
work very
they're-
well, as you can see.
Also, they're monster attractors if there's even one break in them.
Yeah, which is a bit of lore that has never really made a lot of sense to me.
Monsters work like water. They seek to cover the areas they don't.
Oh no, not the CGF dressed as the CGF.
I've got to break the line of sight somehow.
Target sighted! Confirmed as Lloyd Bannings!
Oh, he ran right down the road! Perfect!
Surround him with a pincer attack!
Oh, sorry, I was kind of just waiting for these guys to stop talking. I didn't even register that we could read them.
There's no other choice!
Just run into the woods.
I was under the impression their new uniforms were white.
I think
They are
Kind of
question
are.
mark, but they're potato babies. They're kind of a light gray with like a tinge of blue.
yeah.
I guess
They're
the
kinda
pure
blue.
white maybe didn't look good on the potato babies, would be my guess, in that quantity.
All right. Now would be a good time for Wazy to show up.
Damn, their uniforms are different, but the CGF is just as tough
The
as ever.
CGF is exactly at the same level of toughness as they were.
Very tough, I say, Lloyd Banningsley looking at the camera. Come on, Lloyd Bannings, you can do this.
Grr, it's
Oh,
me, a
shit.
police dog.
Shh.
Fugitive spotted! Capture him!
Oh my god.
Oh wait, it's just two of you? Alright. I was honestly like a little worried when I saw like 9 of you, but like this'll be fine.
Y'all.
My best bet's going to be sneaking into Crossbell City from the freight line.
Lloyd, I hope this serves as a lesson to you that following the letter of the law is not always the appropriate thing to do.
No matter what it takes. I have to survive this escape and make it out of here in one piece.
What is that sound supposed to be?
It's,
think it's like a
gunfire,
fire?
I think.
Oh, that's bad. I thought it was
Endlessly
like
breaking glass?
I thought it was like a robot walking
What?
with chains loose.
Oh.
Yeah, an admirable effort. None can surpass the CGF.
Who'd have thought that a simple detective could have done a defense force?
Isn't he a former teammate of Second Lieutenant Seekers? Maybe we shouldn't be so surprised.
She's almost
She
twice as
does know
strong
how
as
to
one of us.
drive.
Die.
I won't fall here.
Yeah, you sure won't.
You.
You.
You can still move. That's it.
Why?
Why go this far? Can you just not stomach your precious crossbell changing so much? Wake up. Even if you keep struggling like this, you can't change anything alone.
That may be. But it doesn't matter. If no one stands up to this, nothing will change. I refuse to be swept away by this. I refuse to let the truth die without seizing it with my own two hands. I will get back to those. I will get back those that are precious to me. I'll never give up. No matter how many times you knock me down, I'll never surrender. You can break my legs, and I'll keep standing back up.
Bees? What this guy?
What's with this guy?
Wait, are we getting reverse? He's too strong? Charge him on
Are
my
we
command
the-
lane. Actually break his legs for real.
Are we the protagonists? Oh my god.
Oh my god,
Finally!
what the fuck?
Until the bitter end. I won't give up until the bitter end.
Guys. Why?
Ellie, Tio, Randy, Wazy, Rain.
Yeah, Reed.
I
Please.
love that he didn't name Noel.
Give me your strength.
Oh, hey, here it is.
I'm disappointed in you. You've done well to
To
come
get this
this
far,
far.
my boy.
You seem to have forgotten to include someone in your prayer.
No.
Huh?
What?
What
What's
was
that?
that? What was that? It's
Ringing in my
ringing
head like a whoa, what the fuck?
What the?
So can I just point out that they had him in a I love Princess Mononoke. They had him in a firing line, and they were like, "Quick, shoot his legs!" And they surrounded him in a circle so they could shoot each other.
Shoot each other's legs. Yeah.
Oh shit! It's Garurumon.
What? I think that might be where Garurumon. Or
No,
the
where Garurumon stands on his 2 feet, idiot.
I can
shit.
do Where Garurumon.
I'm a fake fan.
Leave now. I think this is what he sounds like.
I can also do Gabumon. Leave now, 0 soldiers of this false paradise. Do it. I will take care of this man.
Ah!
Don't screw around with us, beast. And you lot, is the defense force so weak that it surrenders to a mere cryptid? Oh, fuck!
Oh shit! The guy's dead! Oh, come on.
I'd love to bite down. I'd love to. Fuck. I'm so used to doing this Trevor voice now.
Well then, I'm sure he'll size down eventually. Must I repeat myself? Were it not for the laws of this universe, I would have slaughtered you.
No, all
Instead,
man.
I just ate your hat.
All man. Retreat. We're applying the standard CGF technique.
But also,
see-
when he ate me, I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
Alright, okay, get out of here. I believe I gave them a great deal more shock than I had intended. It has been a long time since I've assumed this form, after all. I suppose I may have forgotten how to restrain myself like this. Don't you recognize me, T.O.?
There are so many things I could say to you right now, but I'll keep it short and ask just one question.
Yes, what is it?
How's the weather
Who's
up
a
there?
good boy?
Yeah.
What the hell, Zeit? How is your timing always this good?
A little kiss.
Who's a good boy?
So I was wrong with my prediction, where I said Zeit would only show up to save us from near death one time and then never again. He didn't save us from near
He
death.
saved us from a situation that we had completely under control. A holy beast sent by Idios?
I was wondering where the holy beast of this country was. I guess.
I mean, they've been
whatever.
calling him the Divine Wolf the whole time. He just was hanging around, fucking off.
Sorry.
When Zeit was first introduced, he was like, people were like, oh yeah, he's like a god dog or something.
Yeah, the Legend of the Divine Wolf or whatever. Maybe that's him. I don't know.
So in my defense, the Guardian never matters. So
You're correct. The Guardian. Oh, that's right. That's actually Cold Steel. The Guardian of Erebonia matters in Cold Steel 4 as well.
I know who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So we kind of obviously that we undermined that a great deal by our refusal to take the CGF seriously, which is valid. But I will say, everything from the start of Lloyd rotting in jail to that, I really like, because for me, that's the one thing that actually makes Lloyd stand out to me, rather than just I'm a protagonist, is that I feel like he has the greatest ability of the main protags to just be no, shut the fuck up, Lloyd Mannings, you can do this, and lift himself back up rather than needing someone else to do it for him. Okay. Possibly over the course of a full third of the game, Reen.
That's a very fair point. Yeah, even Estelle doesn't do that. I like Lloyd well enough, and I think that escape segment was my favorite segment of probably either of these two games so far, to be honest, just because I had no question as to why Lloyd was able to beat up so many people, because it was the CGF.
God damn it, Lloyd, quit being such a cop and break out of jail. You're right, Lloyd. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. No,
anyway, a holy beast.
A holy beast set by Idios?
Yes, it is simpler if you think of me in such terms. Surely you have read of the Septarians once bestowed upon man by the goddess. We holy beasts form contracts with her to watch over man and do nothing.
When you say we, does that include the dragon that appeared during the Liberal incident?
An excellent deduction. He also did nothing.
No, it is actually Sieg who did significantly more.
That would have been so much cooler, actually.
Yeah.
Sieg is great.
Sieg's great, yeah, that's true.
That dragon is known as Ragnard. He is indeed one of my brethren. The next one will not really fit the pattern, though, just a warning. He remained in the land now known as Liber for centuries to observe that Septarian of space. However, even I am unaware of where he is now that his pact has been fulfilled.
This is a little tough to follow, but does that mean that you've been staying in Crossbell for just as long?
That is correct. I have been in this land since before the Great Collapse over 1,200 years ago. Why the Septarian of Mirage disappeared from the land that became Crossbell, and what was done by man in an attempt to revive that Septarian. Both are knowledge that I hold. Wake up.
Lloyd Bennings, wake up. And that's knowledge that the others and I couldn't grasp on our own. The Septarian of the goddess that was inherited by the Croyce family. Why? Why did it disappear? And why of all people was Kia burdened with trying to replace it? Please, Zeit, I have to know the truth. What happened 12 years ago? And how does it relate to what happened 500 years ago with Kia?
Very well. I came to you in this form with every intention of telling you. The Septarian that Idios bestowed on this land. Its name was Demiurgus. Did I get that right?
Yeah,
the treasure that governed the power of Mirage. Mirage is the element that controls perception and cognition. It also has domain over causality. In the distant past, there was a desire by the people of this land held. What? Oh, I fucked that up. There was a desire the people of this land held. One that was shared by the Croyce family that would inherit the Septarian. That desire was for a god that could walk among man, something which Idios could never do. A god that could guide man by intimately knowing them and the truth of all things. A god that could change the very fabric of Crossbell. On the surface, it is a power similar to that of the Oriole, which could grant man's endless desires. However, Demiurgus was bestowed with dignity, I can't read, and did not make the same mistakes as the Oriole.
I am just a dog.
Woof woof. It had the wisdom and judgment to guide mankind without further corrupting them. So what I'm saying is the Oriole sucked dick, and my Septarian is cooler.
Way better.
With such power, Demiurgus was able to shepherd man onto its correct path. Or it would have, had its own heart not reached its limit. Sounds a lot like the Oriole! You shut up! To guide the personalities, actions, and irrationalities that compromise mankind. The Septarian would have to have empathy, just as humans do. And God, you guys are just the fucking worst. With time, that empathy deteriorated Demiurgus's heart, causing it to fall ill. It feared if things continued, it would harm those that it sought to protect. So with a heavy heart, the Septarian firmed its resolve and made a choice. It chose to dissolve its own causality and disappear from the world. And then it went like shwoo.
Man. I wish Tia was here so that she could translate what Zeit's saying.
Yeah.
I bet it's important.
Bark, 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 bark. Bark,
So that's
bark,
what
owl.
happened. Did humanity give God depression?
Pretty much.
But what of the people who were left behind? The ones who lost their treasure?
There weren't any. We were all cool with it. In the wake of the Septarian's disappearance, they were understandably bewildered, sorrowed, and left frightened.
Why didn't you tell them what happened?
Oh, fuck. Oh, gee, that would have been a good move. But in the tradition of magic animals who know the plot and will not say it until the last game, where it no longer matters, I could say nothing. Then, without reflecting on why the Septarian made the decision it did, they began down a foolish line of thinking. The people of this land became obsessed with recreating an existence equal to the Septarian they had lost. In the beginning, they were only stumbling through the darkness, clueless. But after 700... starring Tim Curry. But after 700... I think he's in that, am I crazy? After 700 years, they had gathered enough knowledge and mastery of a peculiar practice. Alchemy. Magic that can give form to the formless. It was then that a grand plan was formulated. A cult was founded so that it could be puppeteered from the shadows. It was entrusted to raise the existence meant to be the core of the new Septarian. For the sake of their ceremony, the Croyce family needed to prepare the land of Crossbell. Earth would have to be moved for such a large transmutation. We are wholesale ripping off Full Metal Alchemist.
And that was the part when Shao, and his head is like upside down,
I know dialogue is happening, but let me do this bit over the dialogue for 20 minutes to express how annoyed Jello is. These were the steps outlined by the alchemists of the Croyce family several hundred years ago. But they were in charge. To ensure their plan was financially feasible, the Croyce family donned the guise of bankers.
And everyone gave them money, and that's how that works.
Meanwhile, the cult began the steps to eventually awaken the core that had become the object of their worship. Now, 500 years later, we have arrived at our current predicament. Now you may be wondering, why did Croyce actually stop Joachim from accomplishing this? In the last game, well, that's so we could precipitate a twist where he's actually the bad guy in this game. It is not dumb.
It's all so unbelievable. It's like you're pulling this out of your ass.
I am.
But I feel like I can finally grasp the big picture.
Coming out of my ass.
Zeit, Maribel called Kia the Septarian of Zero. Yeah, that's dumb.
I don't know why she did that.
What did she mean by that? Does that make her different from the Septarian of Mirage?
No, actually they're the same. I'm not sure what the deal is. Unfortunately, I do not have the answer you seek. The Croyce family may have discovered something unexpected at the end of their 1200-year delusion. If that is the case, they may not have not only created an They may not have they may hang on.
They
Allow me to use my Septirian's power. If that is the case, they may have not only created an existence that could equal Demiurgus, their Septirian of Zero may hold power that surpasses the original. The Ion of White is one such example. The power it demonstrated was not that of its own, but that of a Septirian. However, the Septirian of Mirage did not possess the ability to manipulate reality so instantaneously. That power is more akin to a different higher element, space. Assuming there is even more to their artificial Septirian than we currently know, I cannot begin to fathom the power it holds.
I was afraid you'd say that. How am I gonna kick that robot? There's one more thing I'd like to ask. Based on what you told me, Kia isn't really human, is she?
She is, and yet she is not. Kia is an artificial existence designed to be the core of a manufactured Septirian. She is likely a homunculus that was created through advanced transmutation. It's Full Metal Alchemist all the way down.
Kia had probably realized the truth a long time ago. And still, she kept on smiling for us. Kia.
There is one more thing I must tell you, Lloyd Bennings. Guy did not truly die. I managed to save him by transmutating his soul into a suit of armor. His name is Valimar.
Do I get to meet him?
No.
I managed to save his soul by transmuting him into a suit of armor. His
In
name
fact-
is G.
In fact,
G stands for Guy.
In fact, he is going to commit war crimes against Crossbell.
What?
I don't know. Goodbye.
I have one more question. If your job was to protect the Septirian, but it disappeared, what have you been doing?
I don't know.
I have been living in your house and eating JPEG soup. Is this the Calvardian border?
I don't know. Yes, the Defense Force soldiers, as they call themselves, should have difficulty finding us here, as they are terrible. This is a good opportunity to save and stop the stream.
Thanks, Zeit. You saved me back there. Huh?
That is a road. Humans pave them for their vehicles.
No, I know what a road is. I'm talking about that!
That is a road, a barrier that you could get over, of some kind that appeared around Crossbell City. If only there were a massive underground network you could use. It would seem that only those that are permitted may freely enter and exit. And those that are not cannot pass through it at all. Be it living creatures or machines.
You gotta be kidding.
As you saw when you escaped, pleroma grass has begun to bloom everywhere in Crossbell. It would be accurate to think of it as a sign that Crossbell has become one with the newly born Septirian.
Zeit, just what is pleroma grass?
It's catnip for me.
I'd heard that it shares some sort of connection with the septium veins underground.
It was once the eyes of the former Septirian of Mirage. As it bloomed, the Septirian could observe and understand the surface world. It is also capable of distorting the surrounding space when connected with the Septirian. That is likely the cause of the cryptid's sudden appearance. Such beings should not exist on this plane naturally.
So I shouldn't have been eating it this whole time.
You, Lloyd Bennings, are a magic mushroom man. Your biology is strange to me, but it is possible that you, and you alone, can overcome the culinary barrier.
I think I understand. Those disgusting rituals the DG cult was conducting. It was all about perfecting Gnosis, right? They took advantage of the pleroma grass's properties for their experiments, didn't they?
I guess, but it
Yes, but you figured this out last game.
Yes, their goal was to make use of the knowledge and personalities of the victims who fell under the influence of the drug. Through the flower's capabilities, the victims' characteristics would be imparted to the girls sleeping in the cradle of the Sun Fort.
which
Does that mean that Kia has a gambling addiction?
Which means, wait, they perfected it after she'd escaped, though. So
I mean, they were using it for the previous hundreds of years as well. It wasn't like it came out of nowhere.
Okay. Vast amounts of information would then self-organize to nurse forth, that's a hard pair of words to say, nurse forth a proper heart and personality. Then, after 500 years, the core of the Septarian awoke. That is the extent of my knowledge.
Bye-bye.
It was the will of the cult's puppet masters. Over centuries, they meticulously crafted the present situation. On that topic, the options you have now are rather limited. Would you not prefer to flee to a foreign soil until the storm has subsided?
I understand why you'd ask. My uncle's home is in Calvard, so it's true that I'd have somewhere to lay low if I had to. But no, that's not an option. There's work to be done here, and I have answers to find and a case to solve.
Do you now?
To grasp the truth, to solve this crisis, I'm going to need everyone's strength. Ellie, Tio, Randy, and not just them. Everyone. I need all their strength. And for that, I can't run. I can't hide. I have to go back and face it all. Sorry for making you drag me out here, but there's something I still need to do.
What truth are you hoping to ascertain?
Isn't it obvious?
How to win at Palm Party.
I don't care about her power or even her mysterious origin. I want to hear the truth straight from her heart. I want to know what it is Kia wants the most in this world.
I have a gambling addiction, Lloyd.
And I won't be able to hear what's in Kia's heart until I've taken her back. There's also the matter of what happened to the old Septarian. How can Kia be expected to shoulder the burden Demiurgos couldn't? I could never allow Kia to suffer that fate. That's why. I swear I'll take her back. No matter what it takes. I'll go through the president and even Arios if that's what it takes.
Oh, yeah.
Good to see, I'm assuming. Good to see Crossbell's Father of the Year wasn't changed by prison.
Huh?
Hey, here we go.
Wazy, what are you? And Abbas. Wait, Reese? And Kevin?
Good to see you again, Bennings.
Indeed, it's been a long time.
How's it hanging? It's been what, 4 months?
Fucking love Kevin.
Thanks for remembering my name. And that I was the protagonist of a game. Looks at the camera.
They often forget that I did that once.
Hard to forget the names and faces of the members of the Septian Church's Gralsritter. But what are you doing, Wazy? But Wazy, does that mean you're...
Septian Church, Gralsritter.
No way.
The Ninth Dominion, the Blue Testament, Wazy Hemisphere at your service. It's a pleasure to make your reacquaintance.
Bro, Wazy had a job?
Incidentally, I am a knight of the Gralsritter. I work in the service of Wazy.
You've got to be kidding me! Have you two really been stringing me along this whole time? Then, when we first met, Reese, you didn't say a word to each other about both being...
Oh, right, I'm both of them. My apologies. I pretended to not know who he is. Father Hemisphere's undercover mission. So funny.
Halfway through Cold Steel 3, they randomly have someone be like, oh, Kevin couldn't make it to this game, but we've got other spoiler Gralsritter, and Father Hemisphere is coming. And I was like, what the fuck? And I DM'd, I was like, I'm sorry, is Wazy Hemisphere a member of the Gralsritter?
Father Hemisphere's undercover mission is regarded with the utmost secrecy.
Her arrival here completely fooled that old Grumperalda. He had no idea who the real mole was. I really owe her one.
Happy to be of service. I keep forgetting.
I mean, yeah, for once Reese standing out like the sore thumb she is worked out. Anyone in the church could tell she ain't no normal sister.
She ain't no hollaback girl.
I'm sure the Archbishop was beside himself when she walked through the door.
I have no idea what you're talking about. And besides, you're hardly in any position to preach to me about how to successfully go undercover knowing your track record. You're just salty.
Yeah, who'd be foolish enough to think Father Kevin is just an average priest?
Hi, my name is Estelle. I only just learned to read. Be nice to me.
In fairness, I have a screen cap on my computer of Estelle twice in accusing Kevin point blank of being a secret snake cultist.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough reintroductions. We're here because he called us.
You mean Zeit?
I'm their boss.
I used the phone.
That is correct. I knew your resolve would remain firm, so I thought it suitable to recruit collaborators on your behalf. Would have been really embarrassing if you narked out here.
I first infiltrated Crossbell 2 years ago, so you can probably fill in the blanks. The Gralsreader has been in this has seen this situation coming for a while now, at least to a certain degree, but as per usual, we do not do anything to stop it. Still, there were a lot of holes to fill in. I had to take some time as an escort. We didn't know the Croyce family was behind the conspiracy, for one, or Kia's true identity. Zeit recently filled us in on the whole story, like I'm sure he did with you. Hey, Zeit, by the way, real uncool not to tell me this earlier.
Yes, we are dealing with not just the history of the lost Septarion on Miraz, but also the creation of a new Septarion by human hands.
I hope no one ever tries to create another.
This situation is far beyond the scope of the Gralsritter's typical duty of artifact retrieval. The circumstances would normally make this out of our jurisdiction.
Maybe, but on the other hand, we couldn't just ignore the Society's involvement in this little shindig. That's where you come in, Mr. Detective. You're our in for getting our hands dirty.
Bingo. I think we'll be allowed to intervene if it's under the guise of collaborating with you. So, Lloyd, what do you say?
There's one thing I need to confirm. Kia, what does the church plan to do with Kia? Right for the jugular. That's a toughie.
Yes, but being dishonest will get us nowhere with him.
I agree. He deserves to know the truth.
Sounds like a conehead.
I agree.
I know that. The Septarion of Zero is far more dangerous than the Septarion of Space, the Oriole, was. That much is for certain, even if we still haven't grasped the extent of her powers yet. You've been locked away for weeks. Are you aware at all of what's been happening around the continent?
Not really.
Erebonia's full of anime bullshit. It's awful.
And why? And hilariously, the gap between Cold Steel 2 and 3 just is happening and will not mention any of this.
All I know is that the Civil War in the Empire. All I know is that the Civil War in the Empire we were warned about has begun.
Yeah, so for timeline syncing up purposes, so the climax at the start of this stream was basically just before the end of Cold Steel 1, and in the time skip that we've just experienced, Cold Steel 1 is finished, and we're well into Cold Steel 2 now. That's still going on right now.
Right. Sure has. It all got put on the fast track after that armored division they tried to send across the border got snuffed out. And you know how the Golden Stallion rolls. After that, they kept trying, but got repelled over and over by these ion things. Right when things were going to Gehenna in a handbasket out there, the Noble Alliance's troops came out of nowhere and occupied Heimdall.
It was then that the Blood and Iron Chancellor was shot. No one's seen him since. The Empire has been aflame in its civil war since the week after you were arrested.
Well, at least Osborne's dead.
Yeah,
Yes.
something.
Meanwhile, the Republic has been in an economic crisis from what's occurred in Crossbell. Terrorist activities have been increasing, and the President's formally declared a state of emergency.
When it rains, it pours.
You don't even know the half of it. It's not like things are roses in other countries either. Things are especially problematic in the regions Erebonia and Calvard have traditionally had under their thumbs. President Croix has been pressuring those nations' leaderships to have them bend the knee for Crossbell, that is. I don't want to be this guy. And I think Dieter's an idiot.
Okay.
But I do think he might be the good guy. I do think he might be right. Knowing how bad every country,
every other place is. Yeah, no, every place is just like bad except for Liberal. Just like even Liberal's problems pretty much pale in comparison to everything going on everywhere else. Because Crossbell has the power of the Septarian to coerce them with.
Exactly. It has the power to repel both of the most powerful armies in all of Zemuria. All because of the 3 archaisms supplied by that society. The most likely outcome at this rate is that the ions will be mass-produced, souped up by Crossbell's Septarian, and deployed all over the continent.
I hate Mecca!
Kia would never agree to that. She wouldn't harm innocent people.
Perhaps. However, it does not seem that the archaisms are controlled by the Septarion directly. They've likely been made into guardian-like machines by the Septarion's power and move autonomously, much like that Ren girl's archaism, Pata Mata.
Oh, I kind of got the impression that Ren was half puppeting it, to be honest. It actually disappoints me a little bit.
Oh, no way. I'm inclined to agree on that point, Haas. I gotta seriously doubt that little girl is in the driver's seat there. Which ain't good. That means they can be abused by anyone, and she'd be none the wiser.
Kia's consent aside, power like that is too dangerous to ignore.
I quit.
Okay, I understand where the church stands.
Okay, so like, I get Dieter Croix, pretty bad dude. Is he worse than Rufus Alberea? Just gonna float that out there.
Is he worse than the Blood and Iron Chancellor? Is he worse than the Emperor? Is he worse than Calvard? I don't think so.
You are correct.
Then if you don't mind, I'd like to ask for your cooperation.
Lloyd starts to walk away.
Where are you going?
Really? I thought you were going to turn us down for sure.
I'm being realistic. I know this isn't something I can do by myself. Time isn't on my side either. The longer this drags on, the more Kia will be made to suffer. I'll make one thing perfectly clear. If you lay even one hand on Kia, I'll stop you, even if I have to fight until my dying breath. And not just me. Ellie, Tio, Randy, they would say the same thing. We'll never let you take her. Call it a fallacy, call it illogical. I don't care. We're her family, and we won't let you hurt her. Damn, I knew you were a sharp guy, but I didn't think you had that kind of fire burning in you. I think I get why you like him so much, Wazy.
Oh, is that the impression you've gotten from me?
Look, I want to have sex with him, but beyond that, Jesus.
Oh, we're talking major hate fuck energy here.
I need to get out my stress physically. With my dick. I told you he stole my heart.
I'm serious, Wazy. If you... Wait.
I know. As a knight of the Grawl, I swear on Idios. You will not be excluded from how we choose to deal with her. Your opinions and input will be heard.
Before we promptly ignore them.
Yeah, that's a pretty wet noodle response.
I know that's not ideal, but this is the best I can do given our position. Sound good to you?
Yeah, it's enough for now.
Then we have a deal.
Okie dokie, time to get to work. Let's move out, gang.
What are you doing?
What?
That is... I don't know what... Where are you going? That is quite the nostalgic sound. A heavenly chariot, I take it.
The Growth Raider is the only organization in this franchise I have any respect for at this point.
Yeah.
Like, every other secret snake cult is so dumb and just written to be twists for the sake of twist. They're the only people who are like, we're actual humans with goals in mind.
The twist is that we're in a JRPG and we're religious and we're the good guys.
I think I like every single member of the Grolsch Raider too. Like,
yeah.
The character I like the least is Abbas, and I feel neutrality towards him.
How dare you?
I even like guys. Airships.
Patrol ships used by the Grolsch Raider. We call them Merkaba?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think so.
In addition to the many others, I can't read. In addition to many other stealth functions, they're also capable of optical camouflage.
They probably say it aloud at some point in Cold Steel 4 where this concept comes back, but I don't remember whether it's Merkaba or Merkaba, so whichever.
Merkaba, it looks like.
Okay.
Merkaba. Okay. They're just what we need to discreetly move around Crossbell's airspace. Well, Lloyd, ready to go?
Yeah, let's do this.
That's all I've ever wanted you to say.
Kia, everyone, wait for me. I'm coming.
Hell yeah.
Now you're talking my language.
I could give you a quickie on the way over there.
Oh, what a
They're not-
perfect place to get a save
Oh,
point.
lovely.
Ooh, we got a Master Quartz.
Lloyd's just like, hang on a sec, I got promoted. Slams through the barrier, grabs his promotion, walks
Time
back
to get
out.
over this barrier.
There's the literal barrier of the plot now.
Yeah,
Now
no.
that Liz is back.
So that chapter is pretty much just the prison break and then a bunch of cutscenes. It's very, very quick. I don't know why it's its own chapter.
It shouldn't be, but
And then now we are actually going into the final chapter. Though I will tell you right now, it is about twice as long as any normal chapter. It's the longest single chapter in any Trails game. It's basically just two things back to back, but I won't give any major details because there's still fun bullshit to come. But yeah. No, we're in endgame now. We're suddenly there after the whole game of like, I don't know what's that. Whoa! What is it?
yeah.
What?